So, Laurie, now that I've watched the recording of last week, can I just ask one question? Why did you kill me? I'm just curious.
Well, you expected I remember last week's.
He's slept since then.
I've had a sleep since then, yeah. Oh, God only knows. God only knows. But if I had my time again, I wouldn't have killed you. I would have killed Nelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
we
not
all
going to
would have,
lie. I
don't
wish
worry.
you killed Nelly or Shane to start with. No offense, guys.
None taken.
I've got my creepy pen for making creepy murder
Oh
notes.
wow.
Okay, good on
Yes,
you.
that is very creepy. Oh,
Perfect.
maybe I should get
Thanks
my
to
unicorn.
Elsevier, I think.
Got my unicorn.
All right. I am going to get started. So yeah, this bit will still take a little while, but I'll try and make it quicker.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, I'm feeling sleepy, guys. It's night here.
Congratulations, you're a minion.
Yes. No, I did see it come up, and then I
Ah,
thought Ben could see it, so I didn't know what had happened with that, so I wasn't sure.
okay. So you are the poisoner. You probably haven't had a chance to read what the poisoner does.
No, I get to pick someone to poison.
That's it. Who would you
Yep.
like to poison? I know you don't. Oh well, first of all, I'll tell you that
Yep.
your fellow minion is Shane, Apop.
Yep.
And your imp is Shan.
So we need to talk to Shan at some point to get a masking.
Well, you don't have to. But yes, if I mean, you could just try and come up with one if you wanted, but it's possible that someone else might
Chance
find
that
the
would overlap.
same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could talk to her.
Okay.
Up to you. Who would you like to poison?
So when I poison them, they don't die straight away. They die the next night, or they die during the day.
They don't die from being poisoned. Just their ability will malfunction.
Oh, okay.
So, who were you last time? The fortune teller. So if you were the fortune teller and you were poisoned, I would be able to tell them just total fibs.
Okay. Alright, so it was Shan and Shane. Cool.
So who would you like to
Alright.
poison?
Let's go with Ben. Let's poison Ben.
There we go. I put that on there. Thank you. Is there anything else you would like to know?
No, I'm
You can
all good.
always
Thank
ping
you.
me later if you need to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you. Alright, next up, look at my night order. Well, I need to do the other imp. The other minion, rather. And I keep doing that the wrong way. Let's do...
Hey.
Hello, Apop. How you going?
Sorry, I hope you weren't waiting long.
No, you saw it straight away. Well done.
Oh, good.
Congratulations, welcome to the evil team. I hope you'll have fun.
Yep. Yes.
First thing to tell you...
I don't know what the Baron does, though. He doesn't seem to do anything.
No, he doesn't.
Which... The game. Okay.
So, I sort of mentioned it briefly just before, but what it means is that instead of there being the number of townsfolk, which I can't remember right now, it said in the middle of the square before, 7, there is 5 instead, and 2 outsiders instead of townsfolk. And the outsiders are less useful to the good team than townsfolk. So it's like a difficulty scaling thing that they use it like this. But yeah, the fact that your character has essentially already done all its good work. So I've heard it said that the Baron is sort of it sort of matters less to the evil team if the Baron dies, because you haven't got an ongoing ability, and because of that, of the minions, it's one that people can play like a bit more loosely. Like they can sort of sow a bit of chaos, and if it backfires on them and they get executed, not the worst thing in the world. Yeah. So on one hand, you don't have an ability.
I should try and,
on the other hand,
try and encourage people to think I'm the imp, is what you're saying in essence.
Or possibly. But or just to throw shade, or
Yeah.
double claim against something. Like if someone claims one thing, you could claim the same thing yourself and try and get them executed, or lots of things.
Do I get a fake thing to claim that I am, or
No, you don't. So first
just
thing
don't
I'll
get
tell you is that your fellow minion is Nelly. She's a minion. I don't tell you what she is. She's one of the other minions on the list. And your demon is Shan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Shan will get bluffs, but you will not. You can either bluff something yourself that you just choose off the list, or you can talk to her if you want to get one of her 3, or you can just sort of not tell anyone anything if you want, and just pretend you're the sort of character that might not want to tell people stuff.
Yep. I'll wing it and see what I can, if I can redirect somebody away from Shan, I guess.
All right.
That's probably the best thing to do. Cool.
Great.
All right. Thanks, Michael.
See ya.
Gotcha.
Next up. Hello from the other room. You are muted.
Yeah, it's because it's a teeny tiny button and I had to zoom in and then I couldn't.
Well, maybe you didn't.
You really fucking dropped me in it, haven't you?
No, you sat in that seat. That seat was going to be the demon, and you sat in it.
Oh, I thought sitting next to Philip would be safer than sitting next to like Nelly and Ben.
Well, I've got good news for you about one thing. Nelly is one of your minions. I don't tell you which one she is, but she is one of the minions.
Okay, so there's 2.
And the other minion is Apop.
Yeah. They were working together last time.
Yeah, they were.
Cool. Good. And the bluffs?
Yes. So you can see there's a spot where you can enter the bluffs on the left-hand side of the screen. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. So your bluffs are empath.
Well, at least I'm not going to get murdered if I say I'm the empath. Yep. Okay.
Soldier.
Mhm.
And Mayor.
Wow. Okay.
So, just to go over those, as the empath, you learn how many of your neighbours are good or evil. And you obviously know who evil is, but if you wanted to throw shade on someone, you could potentially use that. Just be aware that if people clue on that information might not be true, it might come back at you, unless you were to claim you were drunk or poisoned or something. Soldier just means that if the demon were to try to kill them in the night, they would live, but they're not otherwise safe from execution. A soldier would generally try to not say too much about their role to too many people, because they would normally be worried about accidentally telling the evil team. So they tend to be quieter. And the mayor also tends to try to be quiet.
Yeah, so those might be a bit safe, because no one wants to reveal they're the mayor until late.
Yeah, whereas something like an empath that might get found out but might cause trouble in the meantime, it might be good for one of your minions, potentially.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
But I can't talk to them now, right?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
So, and probably better, they may choose that they may decide that they don't actually want a bluff. So potentially let them come to you rather than you go to them.
Okay.
So Nelly and Shane. Oh, and your ability. So your ability at night, you normally get to kill a player.
Choose someone to die.
A night won't happen the first night. If you kill yourself, a minion
one of them,
that I choose will become the imp. But only if you kill yourself, not if the town kills you.
Yep, okay.
All right. Good luck. Thanks for nothing, she says. And you can exit this chat. All right, Poisoner. Now let's do Washerwoman. Who did I make Washerwoman here? And who we've got? We've got... Oh, that's incorrect. I had it set up. So I need to decide who is the wrong one. So either Laurie is the Undertaker, or who do we want to pretend could otherwise be the Undertaker? Undertakers gonna want to stay secret. Let's do... No, I won't get Ben talking to... Let's get him talking to Nelly. Because that could be funny. Alright. Washerwoman is a townsfolk. That's correct. Yep.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I hear I'm the washerwoman.
You are the washerwoman. Just doing the laundry, and while you're
Yep.
doing the laundry, you find out things about people. The two people you potentially find out about are Laurie and Nellie, and you find out that one of them is the Undertaker.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Laurie and Nellie, I'll remember it this time. Okay. See ya.
I just made a mistake. He's supposed to be poisoned. Sorry, Nellie. I don't think there's any good way that I can back that out. Actually, I'm going to talk to her again. I'm going to get her to choose someone else. That's probably the most fair. Hello.
Hello again.
I made a mistake, and I've just accidentally given Ben correct information. So I want you to choose someone else, because I feel like that's the most fair way that I can...
Aw, I really wanted to poison Ben.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, and it's kind of like, well, who haven't you talked to yet kind of thing.
You can choose anybody else.
All right, let's go Katie.
Okay. Sorry about that. That's all.
Oh, you will be.
You can get him tomorrow night if you want.
I think I will.
That's unfortunate because she is already the drunk, so she was not going to get the right information anyway. Next up, we have Librarian, which we don't have. Oh, it's telling me about it. So Fortune Teller is Katie. This one I have to do on the fly. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Or good. You already know about the fortune teller because Nelly did it last time. Oh, actually, there's something I haven't done for you. Oh, that's why. Never mind. Cool. So, you know that a fortune teller has a red herring?
Yep.
So there's one character in the circle who you are always going to be, they're always going to register to you like they could be the demon.
Okay.
Even though they're good.
Yep. And I only find out if somebody is a demon, not a minion, right?
Correct. So, which two players would you like to find out if one of them is the demon?
Nelly and Shane.
You learn that neither of them is the demon.
Okay. So if they were a red herring, you would say yes. That's how the red herring works?
Correct.
Yes. That was a dumb question, but yeah.
No, that's all right.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm disappointed in that, but thank you.
That was the truth, but I felt like it would be too good for the good team for her to get a lie then, because it would have just directed them right to taking out one of the minions. So I think that is one of those situations where I did the right thing by telling them the truth.
I'm thinking these night times should be limited to a certain amount of time. I know Mick's got to tell everybody what their roles are and everything, but
generally the nights will be shorter. It's just the first one he's got to explain people's.
That's what I'm saying. I know he's got to
roles
explain it. Yeah.
And also with new people, they might have
It's already
more
it's
questions.
it's already been 15 minutes. That.
Which
you
is
bored with our conversation,
a minute and a half.
I'm not good at it. I'm not good at a inane conversation.
Really doing fantastic so far.
Oh, I could hear the
I thought it was your
in the
special.
background.
Yes,
that was very nice.
That's actually the best.
Did we end up with a butler? We did. Hello. You are muted.
There you go. Sorry.
That's all right.
Is that working?
It is. So, you are the butler. Have you had a little bit of a
So I
read
get to-
about what the butler does?
Yeah. So I nominate someone, and then I can't vote unless they do.
Yeah, and when I
Isn't that
first
right?
read that, I kind of got it wrong. I kind of made it sound to me like I had to do whatever they did, but that's not actually true. If you never have to vote for someone if you don't want to, but you can only vote for put your hand up if the person that you have chosen the previous night has their hand up at the time. So it's sort of more important for, like, I know that sounds sort of disempowering, but the effect it has on the game is that it's more important for the butler to find someone to trust than a regular player, kind of. Yeah, that's the effect it has on the game. And I know you haven't sort of done any voting before, but you might have seen in any of the videos or whatever that the voting kind of happens in a clockwise fashion. So if you were to choose someone to your left, or like Ben, for example, a couple to your left, he wouldn't necessarily have his hand up by the time it came time for you to vote. So you possibly don't want to choose someone on the left. It might make more sense to choose someone sort of on the right-hand side of the circle because you're more likely to be able to follow them if they've got their hand up. But you don't have to do that. It's totally up to you.
Yeah,
so,
I did note that they did the sweep thing, and they had limited time to vote, and if they miss, you miss.
Yeah. So you get to choose now, even though you don't know anything about anyone. Whose vote would you like to?
I'll choose Jace.
Cool. I need to do that. Jace is your master. All right. I know it's the first time you played, so have you got any other questions?
No, I think I probably just want to see the day around how that plays out.
Yeah.
Right now, there's nothing to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
Is blah 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 blah, and you can't, even if I was drunk or whatever, you can't give me false information. So yeah, all good.
Yeah, in fact, there's sort of no effect really for the drunk. If you were the drunk or if you were poisoned for the butler, it effectively means nothing. So. Yep.
No, but I watched the videos on the Level Clocktower YouTube channel and stuff. So I've
cool.
watched all those, and yeah.
All right.
So I've got a fair idea how it plays in real life. How it plays out here, I don't know. But
yeah.
No,
that's all right. Just know that if you get lost, sort of even during the day when we're in the middle of all that talking, you can send me a message as well if you want. And
cool.
Well, probably better to request a chat with me. I'm more likely to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. No worries.
All right. You can get out of this by hitting the exit on the left-hand side, or you can hit backspace.
The exit.
On the left-hand side in the voice tab, there's a little exit button of the chat we're in at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. All right.
All right.
Sweet.
Have fun.
Later. Bye.
Not yet. Oh, there we are. All right. So I did all the players on the list now. Let's do some players that I have that are not first night. Hello, Jace. Come in, Jace. Hello. How are you? I see you've lost your video. Have you lost your mic as well? Otherwise, you may have stopped it in the top right of the screen, potentially. Are you muted or have lost video? Don't know. I might try someone else. I'll come back to you if you can hear this.
It's against it's me.
Good old Jimmy James.
Was Jace talking to everyone there before?
Oh, here we go. He's back.
No?
Yeah.
His microphone was making noises. He has been
Yeah.
talking to us earlier, but
Yeah, I think something's happened to him because he came into a chat with me, but I couldn't see his video because his video's disappeared and I couldn't hear him. So I don't know. He might ping someone in on Discord or something. Maybe just keep an eye out for that.
well, my iPad battery has lost 20% in that time, so I've
Nelly and
Gotta
Philip
hold
can
it, I
probably
guess.
message him in the game even.
Yep,
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I'll keep talking to people.
Okay.
Nearly done.
So, Laurie, did you get my...
And straight away he directs a question at you.
Yeah, I was just going to jump back out. If I knew how
Nah,
to jump
that's
straight
all-
back out, I would
that's
have
all right.
answered him. But,
I'm talking to everyone anyway. So you have a role that wouldn't normally do anything on the first night. I just want to make sure that you understand how yours works.
I've got no idea how it works. It just says I know a character who died by execution that day, but doesn't everybody know because the imp tells you who he's executing?
You find out what they actually were. So you've
Oh,
got
sorry. Okay, so I know it. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so when the person dies, I know what they were.
yeah
Right, okay.
the next
Makes sense. Yep.
night I will tell you, hey, Nelly, who
Such and
was
such was
executed
this.
was
Yep,
a fortune
Whatever.
teller
Yep.
or was
Yep.
a Scarlet Woman. Yeah,
Yep.
it's one of the only ways that people can know for sure. That, well,
Yep.
unless you were drunk or poisoned, but yeah,
Yep.
that's what it does. So I'll talk to you about it every night. That's it for
Sounds
you.
good. Done. Easy.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, mate.
No, he's still not answering. Can I get one of them? Aaron or Jace? Hello.
Hey,
Gotcha.
I am all good. I have actually played before.
Oh, awesome. No
I
worries.
like once.
Okay.
So,
Do you understand
I know enough to.
this role?
Yeah, I understand what my role is. Yep.
So
My role is I want to get murdered.
yeah. So you want to obviously not tell not tell many people at least what you actually are. You
Or pretend to be
possibly
someone else.
just like maybe tell one person just so they can back you up, just so that they don't think you're an imp. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or not, like when you give your information, otherwise people might not believe it. But otherwise, yeah, try to subtly make yourself seem important.
Yeah. Or tell them I'm the Slayer. Just be like, oh, take that out straight away.
Could do, although would a Slayer normally say that?
No one else knows that I played the game before.
But maybe a Slayer wouldn't normally say that, so maybe it would be weird for a Slayer to say that if you were bluffing as a Slayer.
That's true. And there might also actually be a Slayer who's like, what the fuck you doing?
Maybe they think you're double bluffing them. Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave you with it. You can get out of this chat using the exit button or hitting backspace.
Backspace.
I keep clicking on a character instead of hitting enter. Hello, Jace. I got you this time.
Hello, is that working?
Yes. I don't know what it was before.
My G Hub, my Logitech G Hub decided to update and it just destroyed it, so I had to force close it.
I noticed when I sent
could
you it.
hear,
Oh.
Yeah, but I couldn't, obviously couldn't talk because my mic wouldn't update and
Yeah.
an error. Anyway.
You've done well to get here.
disabled it.
All right, so you're a character that I wouldn't normally wake up on the first night, but I just want to give you a chance to ask questions and for us to talk about your role. Your role is that actually you would be. Sorry, I did it wrong. You would find out on the first day because you get to pick a player, even though you don't have much information to go on right now. You pick a player, and if the demon tried to kill them, they would live.
Yep.
So who would you like to choose?
Oh,
Anyone but yourself.
anyone but myself. Oz.
Oh, what a guy. And I do that so I remember. Cool. Have you got any other questions?
No, I don't think so. I didn't watch the whole video because it was long.
That's all right.
I watched the main bits you recommended, and
Oh, nice. You'll be fine then.
So I think I sort of get the gist. Yeah.
All right. Great.
Find it out and see what happens, I suppose.
All right. So to exit this chat, you can hit the exit button in the left on the voice tab, or you can hit backspace.
Cool.
Things that they took, but it got better through the second series. And if you look at it from a pure book point of view, then you're not going to like it.
I didn't like the books. They just were too rambly and
okay, I'm awake, guys.
Wakey. So we're just about to start the first day. I'll put a timer up. When it's finished, please come back to town and we'll start the nominations process where you can try to get people executed. No one did this last game, but you're welcome to send me a chat request through the day if you've got a question. I'm probably more likely to see if you try and do a voice chat rather than a text message. I'll be jumping into your chats during the day to spectate, but I generally won't be saying anything. Yeah, so good luck, have fun, and happy demon hunting. I'm going to put 7...
I think it's Katie's.
It's Katie. Now, before you do that, Michael, Katie, Can you check your microphone input? I think it's using the microphone on your laptop. I think that's what it is.
Oops, she just raised.
How do I do that?
Oh, no, it's not. So I just don't understand why we're getting all that noise.
Yeah, because we normally don't. Oh, there it's gone.
It stopped again. You have to hold it there the whole night, Katie.
It's fine now.
No, maybe everyone's talking.
Okay. Cool.
Go for your life. Go find a demon.
All right. First question first, before everyone runs away. Will anyone admit to being an outsider? Do we have outsiders in this game?
If you're not sure if you're an outsider, they're on the tab on the right-hand side, the character tab.
We shouldn't have any outsiders by default.
Unless there's a Baron, so we might be able to figure out who the first minion is if anyone will admit to being an outsider.
Yep. Is anybody an outsider?
But wouldn't they lie if they were?
Well, they might.
That's not always a bad thing.
Okay, well, nobody's an outsider, so somebody's lying or there isn't one.
Okay.
We've got 7 minutes.
Not a Baron, which means we got the other 3 minions are Poisonous Spy and Scarlet Woman.
Obviously, you know how to play the game. You got one up on me.
Hello.
What's up, Ben?
So, tell me, are you good or bad?
Tell you what.
Are you good or bad? Would you tell me if you're bad?
Well, I don't know what you are.
Well, I don't. I'm not. I'm definitely not bad. And I want the good team to win.
I'm not bad either.
Well, that's good.
I forgot you scared me. You didn't even make a sound, and you still scared me.
So I'm the kind of role that would learn something in the first night, and that's it. That's my role, and I'm good. So what about you?
Have I learned something each night?
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to look through those
Yeah.
list of roles to see which one it is. Just tell me what it is.
Oh, you haven't told me what you are, so I don't know.
My God, I've just realised I forgot what it is. Okay. Okay. The information that I got, I'll share my information with you, and from that you should be able to figure out what's going on. I got information that either Laurie or Nellie are the Undertaker.
Okay.
I'm going to go talk to one of them, but do you want to share anything with me before I go?
So I got information that it's not Shane and Nellie.
Okay.
Whether that's true or not is a whole other thing. They're not the demon.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna jump out.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, Loz wants to chat.
Okay. All right. See ya.
Neither do I. This is very productive.
Mm. Okay, so no information between us. Great.
So, I suppose I should have watched more of the video. How do you determine what kind of questions you want to ask someone? And
So some people might be forthcoming with information that they've received and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, you just go around and chat. I haven't received any information.
Yeah.
So, well, any information that I'm willing to share, kind of thing at the moment.
Yep.
So yeah, just going to go chat with other people.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right.
Boy.
Yeah.
The first murder. Oh, speak of the devil. Here's the dead guy. Come to eavesdrop.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I'm dead. I got rid of
Yeah.
that narration.
Uncool hanging out here. This is
Did
all
anyone
this is
get
where all the
anyone
townsfolk
towel?
hang out, right?
Yeah, this is the
Yep.
townsfolk
Yeah,
hanging out
This
here.
is the townsfolk destination where no one has
Seems
any
like a
useful
safe
information
place.
to share.
Yeah, no one has anything useful. Everyone
I
is just
suppose-
going around saying, I know nothing, I know nothing, I know nothing.
I,
That's been the
I'm
entire-
sure we'd all say that we're not the demon too.
Oh yeah, we're also definitely all not the demon.
Yeah,
Except one of
definitely,
us
definitely
might-
not the demon.
We will ideally execute someone regardless because otherwise it's more likely that the demon will win. So
I mean, does anybody?
How do we know?
Does anybody want
I
to
guess
share
we'll just pick
some?
at random.
Does anybody want
I
to
mean,
share some
all-
information they've heard?
We need to figure out who the demon is, then we don't necessarily.
Looks like there's a demon in the monastery.
Did he just
Is it
come
you,
in?
Jace? Are you owning up to being the demon?
I feel like this is the place to be.
Hey.
Actually,
Well, I
Nelly,
think that's made
can I
the
have a chat
voting
with you?
easy from my perspective.
Oh, Ben.
Oh.
Until after
Until
somebody
someone dies.
dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I got information that Shane and Nelly are not the demon, but whether that is accurate or not, again, whole other story.
okie doke. So that makes you the empath.
No. I'm not telling anyone what I am yet. I'm afraid because what if you're bad?
Oh, no. Well,
Although
that's it.
Ben did say, Ben had got information that you or Nelly was the Undertaker. That
Well, that's his. Okay, so Ben knows that then. Oh, that's okay because I'll freely admit I am the Undertaker.
I am the fortune teller.
The fortune teller. The fortune teller. Okay.
Yeah.
So that might make
So
Ben the
I
empath.
chose Nelly and Shane because of last time. And I just needed to know whether they were bad straight off the bat so I could go hard on them or not. And now I can't, which is sad.
Hello.
Okay, Nelly. I've got 2 pieces of information already that tell me that you're a role that learns something every night. Is that correct?
I'm not going to admit to anything because I don't want to get pinpointed like last time and potentially get thrown under the bus.
Okay, so sorry, I'm just wanting to confirm the information so that I can decide if I can trust you. So can you give me any information, like anything at all?
No.
Oh,
I think it might mean you're drunk, Ben.
Well, it's possible. I am like that. I'm not planning on nominating
I do
anybody.
learn something, but because what you think that I find too, you think that I'm the fortune teller again. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not it at all. Okay, I'll just tell you. I think that you might be the Undertaker.
Ah. No, I do not. That's not my role. I'll let you know that.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, all right, thanks. I'm just gonna drop out and talk with.
So, are you the investigator again, or do you think you might be drunk?
I'm not the investigator, and who knows if I'm drunk. All right, I'm gonna talk with Loz.
All right, no worries. Bye.
Wait, I can't talk to him.
Like they were in a chat before, and then they came in, and then immediately went to back into a private chat again. I think.
Well, Katie and Loz were in a private chat for a while. I noticed.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so the demon has 2 minions in this amount of players, right? So
yes.
There's been any where there's been the 3 of them. I wonder. I don't know. It's too hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't have any information to go on.
Okay, well, I can let you know that I'm the Undertaker.
Okay,
So,
well, you'll find out a lot of information, but not yet.
Yes, so it'll take me a while, but yeah, happy to share that information. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't think Katie, Nellie, or Shane is the demon.
Okay.
From what I've heard, but that's
so they've given you a little
again,
bit to go on. That's good.
Yeah, again, that's unless somebody's the drunk.
Just I'm really glad now. I wasn't thinking about the fact that because the imp might pass to one of the demons. It's really good that I didn't say that they were the demon, because now when that happens later, it might not direct it to them. So I'm glad I did that.
Wait, I want to talk with someone, but they're
Oh,
talking with other
yes,
people.
I see that. Yep.
What, Ben?
I want to talk with someone, but they're already talking with someone else.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I've got a good number of chats in here today. Oh, what was that noise? Oh, here we go. Okay.
So, apparently Loz is the Undertaker.
Yeah, I just found out that Nelly is not the Undertaker.
Okay.
So, okay, that's good. So
Well,
I think we can trust Laurie. So how did
Yeah.
you find out? Did you just ask him, or?
He had a chat with me.
Okay, all right. I'm going to
He
drop it
had
back
a
out.
partner
That's
in
really
crime,
good.
and he just gave it up.
So I think are you going to trust me now? Because I can definitely guarantee I'm not going to get any more information. The only other information I'll get is from other people now, because I've got all the
Trying to
information
figure
I'm
out
going
what
to
you
get.
are.
I'll straight out tell you I'm the washerwoman.
Of course you are.
Yeah, of course, the woman that does all the housework. Yep. Yes. So what are you then?
A low washerwoman. I should expect nothing less. I am the fortune teller.
Okay, all right. So who is your so what oh, sorry. Okay, all right. I'm gonna go drop out. We've got like 30 seconds. Okay, all right.
Okay, bye.
All we know is what we found out.
Okay.
Oh, hello again, Nelly. Welcome back. Ben finally let you go.
Welcome back. Well,
Do you know anything
to have
interesting?
a break at some point.
No, not particularly, and not that I'm
Fancy
willing
that.
to share it this early.
Fancy that as well.
I did. I don't know if you were here before, Nelly, when Jace popped in and said that there's a demon in the monastery, and then left when I asked if it was him.
And then he left. Okay.
And he left.
Wow, interesting.
It's ghosts in the graveyard.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Hello.
The bluffs are empath, mayor, and soldier.
Mayor and soldier.
I'm going to try not to use any of them, so it's up to you. And I haven't spoken to Shane yet.
Cool. All right. Can I just take the empath, mayor, and soldier? I've already told someone that I didn't get information, so I'll say no to empath. Maybe get Shane to have empath because he was that last time. So I'll take soldier.
Okay.
Which means I don't get any information, which is what I've been sharing.
Yep, and then we should be easier to bluff, hopefully.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Yeah.
Out of time.
Oh, there's a timer in the middle.
0.
Right.
Daytime is over.
All right, everyone's already here. I won't open up nominations straight away. I'll give you a chance to sort of all talk to one another before I open it up for nominations soon. But once I do open it up for nominations, what'll happen is that people in town, everybody's got the option to raise a nomination for someone to be executed. When that happens, we'll sort of stop the rest of the conversation for a brief period, and I'll ask the person who did the nominating to sort of explain why they've nominated that person. Then I'll get the person who has been nominated to explain why they think they should or shouldn't die. And then we'll start a vote, and I'll probably explain more about how that works once we get to it. But no nominations just yet. Just feel free to have a chat for a couple of minutes.
Cool. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I got some good information. This
I definitely do not
From
feel
Michael
like that.
or from other people?
well, from other people. So I'm
This
feeling
worked so
like
well last week, Ben.
I'm not. No,
I'll do a Mr. Patience.
yeah, I'm not going to be doing any nominating. I don't have any suspects as of yet.
So that is all that lead up was working to, that you're not going to say anything.
No.
But
I agree with you though, Ben. I don't think we should nominate anyone on the first night. If we don't have, if no one's got any concrete evidence.
Somebody did say. Somebody did say that it's to the advantage of townsfolk to vote for somebody every day.
Yep. So is anybody suspicious of anybody? Do you want to share?
I am suspicious, but I didn't get any information that would lead to that. It was just someone's behaviour, which I'll talk about in a minute. But
might be me then.
Gut feeling.
Well, it was a bit sus. Anyway, let me just put it that way.
Yes, information that someone brought to me was a bit all over the shop and confused me quite a bit. So either they're drunk, I don't know.
Or poisoner. We could have a poisoner because there are 2 minions, and if no one's going to say they're an outsider and it's not the Baron, there's a high chance it's poisoner.
You're confusing me with logic now, Aaron. Just keep it simple.
I mean, logic is the game.
So if no one's an outsider, then we don't have the Baron, and we've only got 3 other choices of minions, 2 of which are in play.
Oh yeah, what are the others?
Is that the Poisonous Spy?
Poisonous Spy and Scarlet Woman.
Yeah.
Remember, you can check the list of townsfolk, outsiders, and minions on the right-hand side, and what they do.
Yeah, I'm just
and
reading that.
At least one of the outsiders, even if one of them was a drunk, one of the outsiders would know that they are an outsider.
All right, I'm going to open it up for nominations.
I'll nominate Jace.
Okay. All right, Apop. Why do you think we should execute Jace?
Why do I think it's Jace? Look, I don't have a strong argument here. I'm only doing this on the grounds that I've heard that we should execute somebody every day. And nobody had any good information, I've got to say, in the graveyard chat, not graveyard, monastery chat that we had before. No one, came forward with any good information. But the suspicious thing that happened, which quite a few of us would have noticed, Jace came into the channel and immediately said, "There's a demon in the monastery." And then I said, "What, is it you?" And then he left before answering. It's not strong grounds to kill somebody, but I'm throwing it out there.
But if we've got to kill someone anyway.
Do we have to kill a newbie every week?
I mean, technically last week we were all newbies.
We had more newbies.
All right, Jace, what have you got to say in your defence?
Well, in my defence, I'm not a demon.
Oh, that's it then.
A lack of points is not really a conclusion.
No, you've confused. You've convinced me.
I mean, given that there's 2 minions, that's not really a defence.
I am definitely a townsfolk. I don't know what. I mean, if I'm going to get killed anyway, do I just?
You're not necessarily going to get killed. So I know you haven't necessarily seen all this. What's going to happen next is after you've sort of finished your bit, where everyone will get a chance to vote. It'll take 5 votes for you to be put on the block, meaning you would be the person executed at the end of the day, unless we have another nomination after that gets more than whatever votes you got. So it's
or
not
the same.
No, if it's the same, it's a tie, and neither of the 2 people will die. So it's not at all a foregone conclusion that you will die at the moment, Jace.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I can do.
That's all right.
I'm definitely not a demon. So you're killing an innocent man here. That's all I have to say.
It'll take 5 votes to put Jace. Yes, go on.
You could have given some sort of evidence to suggest that you weren't the demon, but that's cool. Okay. Just not.
I don't know what evidence I can give. I'm a townsfolk.
I'm somebody who isn't a demon. Yeah, got it.
Okay, so 5 votes to put Jace on the block.
So you press space to vote, as in put your hand up that you're going to vote for them to be executed, and don't press space to remove your hand if you already have it up to not vote.
Yep. The clock hand starts with Jace, so the very first person that will get a chance to vote will be Phil. So don't get caught out by it starting, because it's only about 1 second per each person. So there'll be a countdown, and then at the end of the countdown, the vote will start with Philip.
I mean, you can start voting whenever you want, but you can't change your mind once it goes past you.
All right, so the vote didn't pass. Now's a good time for me to say that each person can only be nominated once per day. So no one else today can nominate Jace, and Shane has already nominated today, so he cannot nominate again.
I want to nominate Sean.
Wow, Ben, did we even talk?
No, we didn't talk. And
Ben, why should she be executed?
I'm actually not nominating you because I think you're suspicious. I'm nominating you to hopefully have you share some information that might be useful for the group, assuming you're a townsfolk who can share some useful information.
Are you allowed to do that? Is that
absolutely?
You can do?
Yep.
Okay. He's just trying to murder me overnight, but
sounds like diplomacy to me.
Coming from
if I had
Ben
useful
was the one that
information to
gave
share,
me
I
a
would
bit
have shared it in the monastery.
Weird info too that didn't match with what I had. I don't know if you're sowing a bit of discord there for fun, Ben.
Well, share the information that you've been given and why it didn't add up, so we know. So we know
that I was a certain character, which I was not.
All right, Sean.
Yes.
In your defence, Sean.
I think
unfortunately, I don't have any useful information to share at this stage of the game. So I think Ben's suspicions are entirely ungrounded. But
they are entirely ungrounded. Thank you. I have nothing to base this on whatsoever. I just wanted to give you a chance to share any information should you so desire.
I'm wishing I'd voted for Jason now just so that I wasn't on the block. But I'll still have a vote then. I will remember this.
All right.
Sean will remember this.
5 votes to put Sean on the block. The first vote will be with Drew. Countdown.
I should have asked, can you vote for more than one person?
You definitely can. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Interesting that Ben didn't vote for me, though, after nomination.
Yeah, I told you, I just wanted to see if you had any information you'd like to share.
All right, so Sean cannot be nominated again today, and Ben cannot nominate again today.
Good question, Michael. Is it too late to use any daily abilities?
No.
Or not? I'm going to cut out the middleman and just attempt to shoot Ben.
So you're claiming to be the Slayer?
I am claiming to be the Slayer, yes. My reasoning being, he is sowing a lot of dissent, just like a demon would.
Okay, nothing happens.
Ooh.
Hey, good news, Ben, you're not the demon.
You feel the Slayer. Okay.
Okay, thank you for confirming that. I mean, I already knew that.
Does that mean Phil dies now?
Sometimes it's important to have information public.
If Phil was
also,
the Slayer...
if Ben is a minion, he still wouldn't have died.
Yeah. If Phil was the Slayer, then and Ben was the demon, or if he were the recluse who can register as the demon, then potentially if he was the recluse, I could have decided that he would die. But if he was the imp, he definitely would have died. But it's also possible for someone to bluff as the Slayer. But
or Philip could be drunk or poisoned tonight, so that even if he is the Slayer, it didn't work.
That is also true.
Also,
yeah,
I could be drunk.
I shot and missed him by 3 feet.
But the Slayer, whoever they are, can only do it once per game.
So anybody can claim to be the Slayer, right?
Once per game, the whole game? Or...
Correct.
The whole game. So if he is the Slayer, he's out.
Yes, per game.
Oh, I thought it was per day.
So you shot your shot.
But if he was the drunk and claimed to be the Slayer,
he would have used all his ammunition.
And so he could still be the drunk.
And not in fact the Slayer, is what you're saying.
But if Ben had been the imp,
nothing would have happened.
Nothing would have
been up Michael.
But would you then have come out and said that no, you're the drunk? That didn't work.
No, I wouldn't confirm that. I would just say nothing happened. I would either say Ben dies or
so
nothing happened. So
you've said nothing happened. So there's still 2 or 3 scenarios that could still be true.
Yeah, it's almost like they designed it that way.
So do we
can't be the drunk unless anyone else is willing to admit to being an outsider.
second call for nominations.
Sorry, but okay.
Do we want to nominate Ben then? I mean, was it Philip? Philip thought he was suspicious enough to waste his one shot of the game.
But now you know that there's a pretty good chance that I am a townsfolk, so why would you want to nominate me?
Because you might still be
one of the... because of all those situations where it could have happened anyway.
Okay.
You could still be one of the
demons.
Minion,
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk you out of nominating. If you want to nominate me, you should nominate me.
So maybe it's not worth it.
Final call for nomination.
You, Sean, so I don't think anyone would be upset if you nominated him back.
Yeah, you can go for it. I think you should nominate me. Go on.
Sure, let's see what the crowd sentiment says. I'm nominating Ben.
Ending the day in 10.
Suspicious behaviour.
Ashan's nominating me.
She is?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yep, we got all that. Alright, Sean, why should Ben be executed?
Because Philip was pretty convinced that it was Ben, and Ben is the only one who's been trying to, tell us things but not tell us anything. He hasn't actually given us any direct information the whole time.
Ben, why should you not die?
So, assuming that Philip is actually the Slayer, and he shot me, we now know that I'm not the demon, so there is less of a chance of me being on the bad side than anyone else right now. Assuming, again, that Phil is a Slayer. So
can you see my eyebrow right now?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I wasn't actually looking at it. But I am now, thank you. The other thing is...
me wrong information as
well.
well.
No, I didn't give you wrong information. I was testing you. And so now I know... So that has now made me know what someone's role is. I just haven't had a chance to talk to them yet, so...
Okay.
Alright, starting...
What do you say?
Yep. And remember, if we don't execute anyone, good is more likely to lose.
Alright, starting the countdown.
Well, on that note...
The first vote will be with Aaron at the end of the countdown. 5 votes to execute. To put on the block.
Oh wow, this is really going down. Oh my god. Okay, it's happening again.
Well, you weren't the first person to die last week, but you might be this week. Alright, do we have
do we know if he was the demon or a baddie at this point?
No, you don't.
You know
no clue. We get no information. He's not even dead yet.
And the only way it's not going to be Ben now is if someone else can get 6 votes or more. Does anyone else want to nominate? Otherwise, I'll close the day. Alright, Ben is executed and dies, and the game continues.
So do we now get to know if he's a baddie or not?
No.
We don't find out till the end.
We never get to know anything.
Undertaker in play, then they will find out the role that Ben held.
So I find that tactic interesting. I mean, I'm fine with getting killed, but I just find that tactic interesting because, anyway. Okay, so things are getting interesting. So Sean executed me. Sean voted to have me executed, and everybody agreed for some reason. Don't know why. I know based upon Kate. I'm trusting Katie that Loz is the Undertaker. Nelly definitely isn't. I suspect. Oh, I'm a bit worried about Nelly, but I will always be worried about Nelly. Okay, I'm going to go back to the chat.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. So Ben no longer gets information now that he's dead. Is that correct?
I want to be careful what I say. Well, it would depend on his role anyway. But yes, he no longer has an ability.
Okay.
So sorry you don't get to poison him tonight, or it would be useless to poison him tonight. Yes. Sorry.
And then my second option was going to be Philip, but Philip's shot his arrow, so he won't get any more information either.
Correct.
Can I poison Aaron, please?
Yes.
He seems a bit too cluey, Michael.
Yes, he said he has played once before. I'm not sure whether it was in person or not, but he said he has played once before. So look out. Up the stakes.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
I mean, to be fair, there was a 30% chance that any one of us is evil.
Yep. But now there was actually technically less of a chance that I'm evil than anyone else.
As I said, I had faith. I didn't vote for you.
Yeah.
Philip, you did try to murder him.
True, but I proved my point.
But after that, you were confident.
To be fair, I did
That's
execute
if
him
Philip.
in the first
That's if
day.
Philip. If Philip really is the Slayer too, which I don't know.
Okay.
If Philip and Ben, for example, were working together, and Philip knew that he wasn't the Slayer and thus couldn't slay Ben, you see where I'm going?
Or, of course, I just knew he was an imp. Wasn't the imp too, but yes, there's lots of different options. It's a matter of how much you trust me.
Hello?
Hello?
How were you feeling when that first nomination went out?
Oh, I didn't know what to do. I don't know.
No, of course you don't.
Defend myself, or can I say, "Hey, I'm a monk"? Or
You can.
You're not supposed to share your role. Or?
You could. Well, it sort of depends a lot on what role you are. Like some roles, it doesn't matter so much if you die. Like the first 4 characters on the character sheet, the ones at the top, tend not to matter so much if they die because they get information on the first night and never again. Yours is an active ability, which can be a pretty decent ability. If you were to come out during the day and say you were the monk and people believed you, then the demon would probably come right after you.
Yeah.
Because you would be a good target to hit. So often people wouldn't come right out and say it. Sometimes they might either not say anything or they might pretend to be someone else that is less useful. Yeah, up to you. Who would you like to protect during the next day?
Don't know.
Cannot be yourself.
Cannot be myself, can it? Katie.
Katie is safe. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
You can exit.
That's all.
Yeah.
Exit. Yep.
Well, you don't know whether he was the imp or not because the game
sorry,
continued. So last
That's
week
true.
I was killed. I was killed off,
Development,
and last week I was killed off in the first night as the imp, but nobody knew that because the game continued. I thought once the imp was dead, well, that's the end of the game, but obviously
We
it's
had
not.
the Scarlet Woman, that made
Yeah.
it different.
Yep.
which we possibly have again.
Correct.
Yeah, that's another point. Like, what if Philip
yeah.
was the Slayer and did kill Ben, but then jumped or something?
No, because then he would have still died.
Yeah.
If he
Okay.
was
Well,
the imp, he got shot.
here's something to blow your mind. What if I'm the imp and I now kill somebody else?
Well, that's what I was thinking, Philip. I was thinking, are you the Slayer, or are you just saying you're the Slayer and you're one of the bad guys, and you knew that Ben was also not the imp because or you might be or you knew that your power would be ineffective or whatever.
The imp always knows who its minions are.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking that there could be something going on with Philip there. Seems a bit. But I'm not saying like you could well be the Slayer.
I am actually the Slayer, but yes, there's so many possibilities open, aren't there?
Well, that was a much better day for evil than last week.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, Loz came and told me he was the Undertaker, but I can't take him out now. I don't know how many people he's told.
Yeah, if you knew that might help you, but...
Well, he's said that, but yeah, I feel like killing him on the first night would be too much.
I guess it might depend on well, you know what information he will receive unless he is drunk or poisoned.
I don't know what role Ben is.
Yes. Oh, that's true. Yeah, sorry, you're right. That's true.
I will kill someone basically randomly, and I'm going to pick Aaron.
Okay.
So that it's not someone I've spoken with.
Makes sense.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I've never done it before either, but that makes sense to me.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Ordinarily, well. Oh yes. the Ravenkeeper died tonight. Oh, but he is poisoned. That is excellent. So what would happen normally if the Ravenkeeper dies is that they would then get to choose a player and then they would learn exactly who that player is. But Nelly poisoned Aaron, so his ability does not work. He will be killed and he won't get to find out who a particular player is. So next we go to Laurie.
Hey, Mick.
Hello. Each night you learn which character died by execution today, and we executed Ben.
I assume he was the empath. Was that right?
No, he was the washerwoman.
The washerwoman. Let me find that washerwoman.
It says
you start knowing that one of two players is a particular downvote. Okay, that's.
So I would have said to him, I would have told him a particular townsfolk. Let's say it's the Virgin. I would have said, Ben, either Aaron or Shane is the Virgin. I'm totally making this up, right?
Yep.
It would be one of those roles and two of those people.
Okay, I assumed he was the empath because he knew who two played. Because I heard a clue between the two, but I don't know who now.
But you can imagine how that why he might have thought that now, because he would have learnt that one of two players would have been a role.
Yep. So can I now go back to Ben, even though he's dead, and say which of those two players he thought was which? Okay.
Yep.
So I can still ask him that question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, you can. And the fact that he sort of died, maybe he's more likely to be good now than evil. Like it's definitely not for certain, but he's potentially more likely to be good now.
Yep. Okay. Well, it gives me something else to think
Especially if you tell him who you think he is, because you've otherwise got no real way of knowing that. So he might trust you.
Yeah, well, he's dead, so okay. So,
but even though he's dead, he'll still win if a good team wins. So he's still interested in getting it right.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, there's definitely some messages going like, oh no.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I please do Loz and Philip?
Loz and Philip. You learn, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. I'm going to write that one down because I want to tell that the story later. Night 2. Katie got Loz and Phil, yes. That is going to make things interesting. Next up we have the butler, but the butler doesn't need to know anything else now. Why is he on the... Oh, butler chooses a player, that's why. You are on mute again?
Fixed, sorry.
That's alright. How did you go with the voting? I noticed you follow, you only voted once and you followed the vote. It seemed like you understood what was going on.
Yeah. I just I did accidentally hit the vote before I saw Jace vote, and then I took it off, and then he did vote, and then I put it on again.
You're totally allowed to do that, by the way. It's only when the clock hand passes over you that it matters. So you can fox if you want.
At that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was Ben, I think he kind of did himself a disservice there. In the way he was talking to Nelly and not letting Sean and whatnot.
I think he's just trying to be a little bit more proactive, but yeah.
Yeah, and I get the strategy he was trying to use as well, but yeah, so I voted for him. And then he did a classic I don't know if you've ever noticed, but he's got this high pitch pedal that he does, and it sounded classic. We've played enough deduction games with him to know that that's probably a bad sign. So I hope I'm wrong, but yeah.
You get to choose a new master tonight if you want. Up to you.
I'll choose Katie this time.
All right, so I'll take that token off there. Oh yeah, I've already done that. Katie is your master. Okay, thank you.
Cool, thanks.
You can exit.
No, I did.
Well, I'll exit. I'll wait for you to come back to town.
There we go.
There we are. All right, that is everyone. You wake up to find the corpse of Aaron.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, somebody thinks he knows too much.
Interesting.
To be honest, I had massive suspicions on you, Aaron. But I didn't want to say it because you're a new player.
He did know a lot.
That's what I mean. He knew too much. Somebody got rid of him. Somebody got rid of him because he knew too much.
Funnily enough, yeah, I figured. All right, we have a poisoner. We have a poisoner is definitely one of the minions. And people are running away on chats already.
How do you know there's a poisoner?
Because otherwise something would have happened last night that didn't.
So Aaron is saying he's a role that wouldn't have died if he was killed by the demon, maybe.
Yeah, so we've definitely got a poisoner who is, and I was poisoned.
Yeah.
Okay, Laurie, I know you're the
Hey, Ben.
Undertaker.
Okay, yeah, I did. I've told 3 or 4 people that I'm
I
the
know
Undertaker.
because I was the washerwoman, and I got the information that you or Nelly were the Undertaker, and I conferred with Katie first, and she said she's the fortune teller, and she got confirmed the info that you're the Undertaker.
Yeah, well, I told it. I've told everyone I've talked to that I'm the Undertaker, and of course, being the Undertaker, I know you. Yep.
So can you tell me the role of Aaron? You should have got
No,
the
I
information.
can't. Nope, I didn't know. I only got the role of you because you're the only one who was killed previously. I don't get the role of Aaron.
Yeah. Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah. Otherwise, but what was your information? Yours was Shane between Shane and.
No, mine was between you and Nelly. My information. No, you're thinking of last week.
Oh no, I thought Katie told me otherwise. I thought she said it was between. Yeah. Okay, so it was between me and Nelly. So yeah, that doesn't really help me then.
So
okay.
I'm not sure about Nelly. But okay, I'm going to drop out and I'm going to talk to Aaron. Just wanted to let you know that I know. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got correct information.
Hello.
Hello. We haven't had chit chat yet.
No, we haven't. Oh my goodness. Ben really confused me because I was talking and he's like, "I've got information that you're." I'm like, "I'm not though. I don't." Yeah.
The Undertaker. Because he spoke to me first.
Oh, okay. But no, I'm not the Undertaker. So.
No, I know who the Undertaker is.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, okay.
Allegedly, yeah. I know that you are supposedly not a demon, so you know.
Oh, have you got my role from last time?
Maybe.
Ooh.
But I don't know if you're good or bad, Nelly, so I don't want to tell you.
That's all right. It's a fun one to have.
Yeah. So I got yes for Laurie and Philip.
Oh.
But one could be a red herring.
Yeah, no, I remember how that goes, yes.
So, but I guess that means...
Which is why last time I did it, it's why I picked Loz twice in a row to see if he would register again, just to kind of, I don't know, up the chances. It kind of helped a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll probably do one of them like against me or you or Shane who are already.
Yeah, well, that's what I did with my last one was between you and I, because I knew who I was. well,
yeah, whatever.
I knew who I was, so yeah. But that's how I got it to work for me. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, good luck.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You too.
I don't have information to share. My role is a bit, well, so I don't know if I share it. It makes me. So I'm the soldier, which you might find out later with your other thing. And all it means is just that I'm safe from the demon. So does that mean the demon can't kill me, I think? But
yeah, people, it can't kill you at night.
People can still kill me, though.
Yeah, but why would they? We'd want to keep you alive because you can't die at night either, so you're an extra person the whole time.
Yeah, so unless there's drunk. But Aaron was saying that there's no outsider, which means there's no drunk or no recluse like there was last time. But I don't know if we should trust him anyway. Maybe the others aren't wanting to.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's entirely accurate because the drunk wouldn't know they're drunk. And I don't really get the Baron one, so I'm confused by that anyway.
Yeah, me either. So, He just confused me too. All right.
Yeah.
So we're cool.
Everybody's just really confused me.
Yeah. Totally.
In short.
Dear. Awesome. All right. Alrighty. I will go chat with others. Thank you, Katie.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Hey, Aaron.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
We have a poisoner, and they poisoned me last night.
Oh, that is not good. So how do you know that you were poisoned?
Either poisoner or I'm drunk because I was the Raven Keeper, so I would have known if I was murdered during the night, which I was aiming to do by being suspicious.
Yep.
I would have been able to choose a character to find out who they are.
Okay.
Because that didn't happen, that my power didn't activate, so therefore I was poisoned. Which also means though that anyone else who got information last night got correct information.
All right. Okay. So Laurie just found out my role, which you already know is the washerwoman. So you said you were the Ravens keeper.
Raven
okay,
keeper.
I'm just marking you. Okay, all right. That's good news. I'm gonna go out and try and find out more info. Thank you for consulting.
Yeah, so what did you see? Just real quick.
Oh, okay. So the first morning, first
either
night,
Nelly or
it was either Nelly or Laurie were the Undertaker, and I've confirmed that Laurie is the Undertaker, and I believe that Katie is the fortune teller.
What did? Oh, so. Oh, right, and he
because
confirmed
I conferred with I basically conferred with Katie, and I straight up asked Nelly if she was the Undertaker, and she said no, and then Katie confirmed that Laurie is the Undertaker with me.
Okay, and then because Laurie would know that you are the.
Yes, he knows I'm the washerwoman. Yep.
Haven't got any other valid information at this point.
Yeah, I don't really either. So I think. So all I can put together, basically what we've already discussed in the main chat, is that Ben didn't die when Philip, assuming he's the Slayer, tried to kill him.
If he's the Slayer, and I'm not, I don't know, I'm not sure that he is. That's just my personal view.
Yeah, I thought initially it was just taking on faith. Yeah, I agree. But we know Ben's definitely not the demon. We know Aaron's not because the game's still running.
Well, we know he's not the demon, but we don't know if Ben wasn't one of the baddies as well. That's why I asked the question about whether we'd find out whether he was a baddie or not.
Yeah, I suspect he was probably one of the minions, honestly. Just the way he backpedaled, like he's got this voice that when he backpedals.
Yeah.
I played too many social deduction games with him, I think.
So I'm still thinking that maybe him and Philip were working together, and it might have been like I'll prove that I'm
in conversation with him and got caught because somebody else did the same thing. So.
Yeah, like I understand not wanting to admit publicly you're the Undertaker because information is power, but I still thought maybe he's sharing it individually.
Yeah, that's what I think is happening. Is he's been caught by everyone else's told.
But he's told you the Undertaker as well.
Yeah, he told me earlier.
Okay, okay, so he's being internally consistent at least.
So it's not like he's not telling people. Question is, what do you find out about Aaron? Anyway.
Well, and about Ben.
Oh, okay.
I saved you the first night.
I wish you'd been here last week. If you had been here last week, it would have made all the bloody difference.
But yeah, I'm sort of just feeling my way through at the moment.
Have you heard any juicy news that may help?
Not really. Narelle tells me she's not the imp, and I don't have anything else to say that she might be. So.
anybody else been as willing as I have to share what they actually are?
No, not as yet.
Okay, well I'm going to get stuck into them and find out why they haven't told you. Okay, I'll catch you later.
What did you find out?
Just that Loz is. I'm pretty sure Loz has information, but he's not willing to tell us publicly.
Right.
Just so based on what Loz told me the night before.
Well, so hey Drew, how you going, huh? You know, as a fellow townsfolk, how are you going over there?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, do you have any?
Are you suspicious about Drew? Are you?
I'm suspicious of the three of you, actually.
No, I'm still suspicious that Ben was a minion, of course, but
yeah, I'm still thinking.
Yeah, and he hasn't told us yet, which is interesting. You think he'd at least claim a role now?
No.
Yeah.
It would make no sense for me to claim a role.
Okay.
But
well, actually, no. Actually, that's not true. You've got a good point. So I'll tell you now that I am still, although I'm dead, the washerwoman. So nobody's washing your clothes anymore.
Wow.
I'm starting to smell already.
Yeah.
One night in.
Having regrets already, hey, Sean?
Yep. Do your own laundry.
So if you were the washerwoman, who was the other townsfolk? Like, can you tell us?
I know the roles of 3 other people at the moment, but they're not mine to share. I mean, I can share one. I will tell you that there's an Undertaker in the game, but I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, he hasn't been very secretive about that.
So why hasn't the Undertaker come out and told us anything then after the death?
Maybe all they'd tell you is confirm. Well, the Undertaker can pretend. Well, let's go to the main area and and
I'll meet you out
there.
Oh, it's a party.
Okay, we're just waiting for everyone to come back, and I'm hoping that because I've just told 3 people here that well, it's only us 3 here now. Okay, so because Drew just got pulled
that's
into
not helpful.
something
You
else.
already just told us that.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, let's wait for everyone else to get back then, and then.
Or we'll just chat again, Nelly, because nobody else is here. Or Aaron. Yeah?
I'm here.
Aaron.
Yes. Yes. So we have a poisoner, and anyone who got information last night got correct information because I was the one that got poisoned.
So, did anyone get any?
Because I have a power that activates if I'm killed, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So therefore, I was
You're
poisoned.
who I think you are, looking at the list.
The Raven Keep.
This is another one that fits the bill. Let's sell one.
Actually, no, yeah, I was the Raven Keeper. So I was actually super suspicious to try and get myself murdered by the demon to figure out who someone else was. But it didn't happen, which means I must have been poisoned.
I'm still a bit confused.
Yeah, I was the Raven Keeper, so when I got murdered at night, I should have gotten woken up to be told something, but I wasn't, which means I had been poisoned. And because I was poisoned, no one else was last night, so therefore...
Hello.
Hello, Nelly.
How are you?
I'm good. Did he just say he was the Raven Keeper?
Yeah, that kind of... So which meant if he died, he was supposed to be woken up to choose a player to learn the character, but he said he wasn't woken up.
So it might mean he's the drunk.
Yeah, so then he wouldn't know himself if he was the outsider, which is what he was trying to get everybody to say.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It doesn't, but anyway. So,
he was confusing me.
Yeah, I haven't understood a thing he said, but that's okay. He knows the game better than I do. So, are you willing to let us know what your role is?
I let Katie know because she had info that kind of confirmed that she was a townsperson. But basically, I don't get information. But I'm a bit safe, but in saying that, I'm not safe because people can still kill me. If that makes sense.
I'm happy to let you know that I'm the Undertaker. So I'm one of the townsfolk.
See, that's what Ben thought I was.
Well, Ben was the washerwoman. So Ben was told that it was either you or me that was the Undertaker.
Right. Okay.
So, we're being called back.
So, okay, all right. Cool bananas.
Okay.
Wait. How do I get back?
So, sorry, surely one of you know information now. In fact, Sean, come here. Okay, surely you know something to tell us by now. Come on.
My role does not receive information.
Damn
I'll
it.
reveal it later in the game.
Okay.
If I'm in a position to do so.
Okay.
No. It's just a bit boring, actually. Yeah, I don't know anything useful at this stage, I don't think.
Well, I know that there's a poisoner. So watch out for any information people may get, because they may not be getting correct information.
Right. What does the poisoner do?
The poisoner, they choose one player every night, and that.
Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to leave.
Quick on the gong.
Thank goodness. Those buttons to enter and leave chats are so teeny tiny on the iPad.
All right, I'm going to give you a chance to talk for a while before I open nominations.
I will tell everybody that I am not going to name who this person is, but the Undertaker has confirmed that I am indeed the washerwoman. Well, I was in.
How unbelievable.
Well, that's convenient that they confirmed it to you and nobody else.
Why wouldn't we wait to hear that from them rather than from you? If you were an imp, not an imp, sorry, if you were one of the bad guys, whatever they're called, and Philip, for example, was working with you, and and now you're dead, and you're now telling us that the Undertaker told you who you were.
Yeah, because I died, so the Undertaker finds out who I am. So they.
But
confirmed.
What I'm saying is, why didn't the Undertaker tell somebody else that you?
Well, to save you a lot of save you all a lot of time, I've already admitted that to the fact that I was the Undertaker to at least half of you, and I told Ben that I know that he was the Undertaker. So,
sorry, that I'm the washerwoman.
Yeah, sorry, Ben was the washerwoman. So you can take that off your menu and work on the next person you got to hang.
So what was Aaron, or you don't want to tell us?
I was the Raven Keeper.
Aaron's come out and said he was a Raven Keeper, but said that whatever
I did not
the Raven
activate
Keeper
last night, so therefore there's the poisoner among us.
So he's either been poisoned or he's the drunk.
But if no one else is going to admit being an outsider, then I can't be drunk.
Well, they don't have to admit it.
Yeah, if you're drunk, you wouldn't know.
No, you don't know.
Yeah, there'd have to be a second outsider. If there's one outsider, there has to be a second one, because it would be.
Okay, thank you, Laws and Aaron. That is useful and helps us eliminate.
Does that mean you guys will actually believe what I'm telling you now? Jeez, how hard is it to get you to believe what I'm saying?
If Laws had told us that you were the washerwoman and then you confirmed it, I'd be more comfortable. But yeah, I'm just trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here. So
I'm just trying to save 20 minutes of arguing.
Yeah, no, I'm just naturally suspicious. That's all.
I was aware of that prior to Ben saying that.
Okay,
does that make sense?
Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm going to open.
The other person I was suspicious.
I can corroborate on that.
but I admit the evidence is lining up. Yeah.
Nominations are now open.
Starting to be confident.
Yes. Everybody, be careful of getting information that may or may not be correct if you have been poisoned.
What was that, Nelly?
Yeah, when you move it crackles.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's not moving now, it's not crackling.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So Michael just said nominations are open.
I'm going to nominate Drew.
Okay.
Do you have a reason for that?
Yeah, because I've spoken to, I'd say, the majority of the people here, and nobody has mentioned Drew at all. Nobody has mentioned anything about what he does, what he said, who he's talked to. He seems to be flying under the radar, refuses to speak up himself. Either that or I'm missing everything. So I just think that he's definitely flying under the radar.
Drew?
Can I just ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was listed here somewhere. There's a. So what have we got? 1, 2, 10 of us. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
8, 9, 10. So does there have to be a certain amount of townspeople, certain amount of...
Yeah, so this is what Aaron was alluding to. If you hover over the middle of the circle, if that's possible right now with that thing in the middle of it.
I thought it was there before.
Yeah, it'll say, and I think it's 7 townsfolk, 0 outsiders, 2 minions, 1 demon. However, the thing that Aaron keeps alluding to is that if the Baron is in play, if one person is the Baron, then it increases the number of outsiders by 2 and reduces the number of townsfolk by 2. So it would be 5, 2, 2, 1.
Yep.
So what Aaron is alluding to is that you cannot have just one outsider in this particular setup. It would have to be either 0 or 2.
Yep.
So he's saying that we don't have... So we do have 7 townspeople, is what he's saying, in essence.
If no one will say that they're another outsider.
Sorry, Drew.
Why would they say they're another outsider? I guess is the question.
I mean, they would at least know that means we've got.
Yeah, but you were asking you were asking for somebody to volunteer the information that they're another outsider. I'm asking in what part of the game would it benefit them to come out and say in front of everybody that yes, they're another outsider?
All right, we're getting a bit far off the nomination now, so we'll focus on that. So, Drew, how would you like to defend yourself?
I'll first start by saying that I'm not usually very verbose, which I've said before. I think anyone who knows me can attest to that. The other thing I'll say is I haven't really had generally much information aside from the last chat I had with our ghost friend Ben. That's the first time I got anything of any sort of substance. But if it will save me, I will come forward and say that I am an outsider. So there's some information to try and buy my head.
Well.
All right, I'm about to start the vote. 4 votes required to put Drew on the block. Remember, if you are dead, you only have 1 vote left for the rest of the game. One more time that you can put your hand up for the rest of the game. The first vote is going to be with Shane at the end of the countdown, and I'll start it now.
Oh, you people seem to know more than me then.
Well, I don't know very much, and I'm just trying to work out which one he would be.
I just don't think you offered any evidence.
For the person you
I was thinking of one experiment, but if I was right, it meant we lost. So.
Wouldn't he have claimed that if that was the particular outsider, though? Like,
I'd really hope so.
To save the whole team.
Well, if Drew is telling the
Too
truth
late now.
that he's an outsider, then
Too
we
late
know
now.
that there's a Baron.
But you didn't offer anything of substance.
Next nomination.
You know,
That's
he was quiet, so he was
without a doubt. Without a doubt. Not next nomination.
Second call for nominations.
You almost had me put my hand up, though. I've got to say, Laurie. Almost.
No one's going to nominate?
I think I will actually.
You got to nominate quick. He's about to call it.
No, Philip can go
Me?
first.
Yeah. Did you say you're nominating Philip?
No. I said Philip can go first with his nomination, is what I said. Sorry.
Sorry, it might not come through properly. I'm nominating Shane.
All right. Why should Shane die?
Ever since the first night, there's been a lot of information coming out that's, it's very informative, but it also could work in the favour of the evil side. So there's a possibility he's a minion or the imp himself.
The eyebrows working full time over there.
Shane?
Do I get to counter that?
Yeah.
Can you actually cover that in more detail, Philip? Because I don't actually understand what you've said there that implicates me.
What I mean
who
is...
are you saying? I didn't put any information out, so I'm questioning...
not that sort of... I mean things like when we use the Slayer ability, you put out all the possibilities of it may not work. When somebody else put out their idea that it was... There's just lots of extra...
You're suspicious of me. You're suspicious of me because I'm suspicious of you. I get it.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
Potentially be the
I've got to say, in your shoes, I would probably feel the same. I'm suspicious of everyone, so I don't begrudge you for being suspicious of me. But I will say I am a townsperson, and I don't really get any information, but I can prevent evil.
Any information.
All right, 4 votes to put Shane on the block. First vote is with Ben, but who only has 1 vote left for the rest of the game. Only have 1 vote rest for the rest of the game, Ben.
Yep.
About to start the countdown.
I'm blowing it now. Come on.
I wouldn't, Ben.
Get him. Too late.
It's
done.
You obviously didn't listen to the information I gave you at the beginning, Ben.
No,
How does it feel, Ben?
There it goes again. I'm a bad judge of character.
Any more nominations?
I will nominate. I'm gonna nominate Laurie. I'm sorry. I have received information that Laurie and one other person are potentially the demon, so I kind of just did eeny, meeny, miny to pick one. I'm also a little suspicious of Ben, so that's kind of led me, like, they're in cahoots with the Undertaker and the washerwoman kind of thing, because that's what they told me on the first night, and I'm just sus. I'm very sus on Ben for all of a sudden, even with him pointing his finger at me. And I already told him that Shane was good, and that he voted for you. So I apologize, Shane, that he didn't listen to me.
That sounds like a Ben characteristics, yeah.
It does, yeah.
Laurie.
Oh, that's pretty simple to debunk. Being the Undertaker, I told people from the start off that I was the Undertaker. I found out by being the Undertaker that Ben was the washerwoman, and Ben's first instruction was that myself or Nelly was the Undertaker, and I confirmed, well, no, it's me, it's not Nelly.
And I said I wasn't.
And so that was pretty easy to debunk. So from the start, I've been the thing. So it really sticks out to me that Katie might be trying to get rid of the Undertaker now to.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, to try and coming from a fellow imp last week, I'm feeling let down.
All right, 4 votes.
Having had a chat with Katie, though, I feel that having had background with the character, that I reckon Katie's on more of a better information than Laurie, maybe, I think.
Oh, obviously
all right.
Nelly's an imp then.
4 votes to put Laurie on the block.
Okay, well, they're hanging themselves here.
We're voting now.
Aaron only has 1 vote for the rest of the game. 4 votes to put Laurie on the block. Countdown starts with Nelly.
Oh, you poor people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, poor people.
I'm really sorry.
I cannot believe
You're
this.
not allowed in. What do you mean you're really sorry?
I know, I just feel bad. I didn't want anybody to die.
Michael, I can't nominate, can I?
No, you can't. Dead players cannot nominate.
Don't nominate me, Ben.
You can suggest that someone else nominate someone.
Someone should totally nominate Katie, and I'm happy to do the discussion about why she should die.
Well, you'd be wrong about why I should die. I will be nominated.
You haven't been nominated yet, so save it.
I don't have to defend myself yet.
You're a bit sus, Ben. Yeah.
Final call for nominations.
I just find it funny that there's all this information. Basically, how many sources of information do you need to prove that I'm not
one that I trust? One that I trust. Ben.
From 2 different sources, 2 different people have said.
We're halfway there.
Yeah, it's just like okay.
You did lead him though.
Calling the day in 10.
Oh,
I didn't lead him.
Me, I spoke to Ben. He didn't lead me.
No, I'm saying that in the chat here, I didn't hear your conversation between you and him, but I heard the conversation in public here where Ben volunteered this information about you, having told him who he is. So then you could have heard.
All right, Laurie is executed and dies.
Sorry.
You will be.
Okay, I've got so many suspicions right now. The fact that Katie just executed Laurie tells me that either he was the what is it? The Oh, he was the player that registers as a demon to her, or she's a minion or a demon. The other thing I'm thinking is this group down here, Sean, Drew, and Shane. They are very suspicious to me. They're always having their own little private chat. I think that they are the three. Let's go back.
Especially if the bad guys win.
That's fair.
So who buries him then if he's the Undertaker?
Do they just throw
Just
them
look at
in
the washroom
the
and
graveyard?
do it. Oh wait.
I don't know.
We'll get a new minion type. The plague.
Just a rotting
Just
corpse.
got AFK 2 minutes. Sorry.
Hello.
Do you realise how good what you did last night was?
But poisoning Aaron?
Yep. It was very good.
Oh, is that why? Yes. Okay. I'd like to poison Katie again.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's what I was last time.
All right.
Is that
Thank
all right?
you. Yep.
Yep. Cool. Thank you. Bye. So I picked Katie that time because I trust that she is the same character as I was last time, which was the fortune teller. I feel that by poisoning her this time, the information she'll get will be incorrect and will just muddy the waters again. So yeah.
Oh, I've got the wrong tab open again. Hello.
Hey.
I thought they were about to try and execute Katie, who you had protected there at the end, but they didn't.
What happens there?
No execution. No execution would have happened. The night would have ended, and I would have said, what I would have said was, Katie is executed and does not die. There would have been no execution.
Yeah.
All right. You get to choose again. Who would you like to protect?
Oh, I don't know.
You got lots of people you trust, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't have enough information to really implicate anyone. Can I protect Katie again?
You can.
Because I feel like they're coming for her next turn.
All right. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to do that. Yep. Cool.
How's the blood pressure?
Well, that was incredibly convenient, wasn't it?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah. Since I don't need to murder Loz after he told everyone he's the graveyard keeper.
Yeah, that was very convenient.
I will take out Katie, the fortune teller.
You just managed to establish the fact that you know that lots of people knew he was the Undertaker and you had cover, and then they just did your dirty work for you.
They did, which leaves me open to take out the fortune teller, who is also very dangerous and probably is suspicious of me.
All right.
And she might still be suspicious of me, but I got to do it.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'm kind of surprised that you guys are so suspicious of me when the majority of the information that has been made public is directly saying that I'm good, that I was one of the townsfolk.
I tried being. Honestly,
it's just incredible that you guys are so suspicious.
This is where it's coming from, though. Like,
this is the problem with being honest.
This information.
It's just so interesting to me that I have literally got no information from anybody. And everyone's like, all of this information's been shared.
In all honesty, we feel a bit short.
I deduced information about you from others.
Well, see, last week I gave no information to any bugger and was voted out on the first night as you. This week I was honest with everybody, and let everybody know what I was from day one.
I know, because wasn't it?
Killed.
Philip died first, then Ben, then
I,
you. So
I
it's the
died
same
before
order.
the night, first death of the night.
Yeah, so
and mind you, I was the Undertaker, so everyone else is just lying around in the streets.
The fact that Philip used his Slayer ability on me and I didn't die is not definitive evidence that I was a townsperson. But there's a good chance that I'm not.
See, let me give you the opposite. Let me tell you where I'm thinking, and I'm not thinking it enough to actually nominate Philip or anything. But I'm thinking in my head here that what if you and Philip were both bad guys? I don't know which one was which or whatever. Yeah. But you knew, that Philip knows he's not the Slayer, and he goes, "I am the Slayer. I'm going to use his ability," and then nothing happens. Well, we shouldn't be shocked about that.
Well, see, I don't think that should be an option. I mean, obviously it is, but if you just come out and say, "Well, look, I'm the Slayer. I think Nelly should die now," and you're not the Slayer, I think Michael should be turning around saying, "Well, no, you can't do that."
No,
rather than saying Nelly doesn't die.
Katie was protected by Jace and therefore will not die. They'll find out that no one died in the morning, which is great because Jace will feel good about the fact he protected someone. Katie won't know that it was her that got targeted, but until Jace mentions the fact, if he mentions that he was the monk, then she might find out that she was protected. And Sean will probably wonder what the heck happened. Ravenkeeper is dead. That's what I should do. Undertaker is dead. Fortune Teller is alive. But is drunk and poisoned and safe. Hello? I thought they were coming for you at the end there. You are muted. You are muted. You are muted.
Sorry. Can I do myself and Philip?
Yep. You get a yes.
Okay, cool. I picked the wrong one. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Ah, that's so good. She set it up. This has worked really well. It's going quite well for Evil. I potentially might even have to start giving Good a hand soon. But I've heard it said it only takes one wrong move for Evil to win. So don't help Good unless they're really up against the ropes.
I'm very suspicious of you, Shane, which is why I spent my.
I'm a very suspicious guy. I've got to say,
because you are casting aspersions on a lot of other people.
Well, so far I'll tell you who I'm.
Which is the same thing you're doing, Ben.
Which is I'm suspicious of you, Philip, Laurie, and Jace. They're the people. And I've got very little information to back any of that up. I'm just suspicious. I don't think I'm not going to nominate any of you. Obviously, you're already dead. But you know what I'm saying. I'm suspicious.
It's a lot harder when you don't get information.
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly.
I can see how
I think we're a bit information gatherer starved with this game.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay, I've got a question for you, Shane. So you've just said those 4 names. Why aren't you suspicious of Drew, Sean, Jace, Nelly, and Katie?
Because nobody's actually said anything to me about any of them. And as I say, it's information stuff. So Jace I'm only suspicious about because he came into the chat and said there's a demon in the channel. And that's a very, very low
That was
bar.
just a wind-up.
I'm not using that,
I mean, 50% of the group was in the channel. But
honestly, that's no worse than the logic I used. I had to play on on player mentality because we just haven't had any character info.
I've got nothing like solid to pin on anyone.
Jace says as well.
We're waving.
What does that mean?
There's one thing I am
I thought he
was
accidental
about.
Accidental.
Drew said he's an outsider, which means I could be drunk.
Well, Drew could also be lying. Just FYI.
Yeah, assuming Drew's telling the truth.
But he hasn't said anything yet either.
It's
That's
more likely for me to be drunk than if he is telling the truth.
Well, I think Aaron. I think Aaron's drunk.
Or Philip was drunk because he got his slave thing wrong?
That's what I'm thinking. Is now that Drew's suggested he's the outside, there's a possibility Aaron and myself were drunk.
The only reason I think Aaron was drunk is because his ability didn't work when he died. But
either that or
he could be poisoned. So yeah. To me, it's Drew or Shane.
That is what I have heard. All right. In fact, I better write that down. Night 3, I'll say day 2. Undertaker, Laws executed. Knight 3. Katie targeted by Imp, but protected by Jace. And Fortune Teller finds out Phil or herself is the demon. They're coming for you, Phil. We did the Fortune Teller, Butler. Gee, that got a bit hairy there for a little while.
Yeah.
They were coming for you.
They're still arguing about it.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, I wasn't confident I was going to get out of that one, actually. So I thought I'd offer up that I was an outsider. So.
Yeah, you probably did the right thing. And it's probably going to help the town knowing. Although, yeah. Anyway. Who would you like to be your master today?
I might choose... I'm running out of options now. Nelly.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. All right, yep.
Oh, this is getting hairy for good.
So yeah, to me it's Drew or Shane.
Okay.
Good morning.
Oh, hi guys, my dead body wakes up.
It's getting a bit stinky now.
You wake up.
He was lucky.
You guys start doing the Thriller?
Very cheaper for a dead person.
I have that.
You wake up and find nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
Nice.
How does that make sense? Can
I know how that makes sense.
Can the imp choose
I
not to
think
kill
I know
someone?
how
The imp tried to kill someone they couldn't kill.
Mechanically, someone could have been protected, or the imp can choose to kill a dead player, which I know sounds weird, but it is possible for an imp to choose a dead player, and then no one would die then. It would normally be used to try and set up a bluff.
So the monk could have used their power to stop someone.
Yep.
Is that only from execution?
Or the soldier.
Yep. Okay. Hi guys. New day. Dead body here. When the hell are you going to trust me? And do not trust Katie. Katie, get in this room with me.
That was aggressive. Oh, I have 2 invites. Who am I going to pick?
Oh, she's chosen the other one. That's rude.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Of her.
Sting. Okay.
Hopefully I'm not sharing too much information.
No. I am the fortune teller, and so I get to choose 2 people each night to see if they are good or bad. It only tells me if they're a demon or not, and I only get a yes. So the reason I nominated Laurie is because I got Laurie and Philip.
Yep.
And then I did myself and Philip just before. So I'm pretty sus on Philip.
On Philip, yeah.
Yeah. So but I haven't spoken to him yet, but I also don't want to speak to him because I don't want him to kill me.
Yeah. So if that was the case for Philip,
yeah.
Because he, I'm just trying to look through the list. He claimed he was I can't see it because the camera's taken
the Slayer.
Oh no, there we go. He claimed to be the Slayer.
You can also click the photos and they'll go small if you ever need to see anything.
Oh, okay, cool. Yep. So he claimed to be the Slayer. Just trying to read down here. So can he do that as an imp? Like, is that something anyone can do?
The imp is given 2 or 3 bluff characters that they know people aren't using, so they can pick one to try and.
They could pretend to be. It would never work because they're not actually that ability, but they could pretend to be.
Yeah.
The Slayer feels like a very good one to pick to.
Yep.
Protect your minion-y people.
Yep.
As well. which is why I'm sus on Ben as well. Also, it's Ben. So.
Okay. So, because the other thing is, because no one was murdered, is it only? Does that mean the imp was already dead and maybe Aaron is the imp? Because he was the last one.
No, because if the imp, so there will be a new imp if there's a Scarlet Woman in play, which.
Right. Yep.
Because so that when the imp dies, that goes to them.
Yep.
Okay. But it means that I know that one other person is claiming to be the soldier. So if they had been selected as well, they would have been safe from the demon.
Oh, right. I didn't know that was a thing either. Soldier. Yeah, you are safe from the demon. Okay, cool.
I only know that because of somebody telling me that's what they were. And I read it from that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to ask you.
No.
Okay, Sean, it's time. You need to tell me what you know.
I know that if there are a certain number of players left in the game which we have not reached, then things could go better for me.
I'm very suspicious of you, I'll be honest. Because
You're suspicious of everyone.
No, I'm suspicious of... See, ever since Katie killed Laurie, I'm very suspicious of her. But it's possible that Laurie was her fake out that registered as the demon. Because I believe she was or is the fortune teller.
Well, that's logical from the information she shared, but then she didn't die. So if she is claiming to be the fortune teller,
if she was the fortune teller and she basically checked two people, and so because when you're the fortune teller, one person registers as the demon. It's just so Michael will choose a person that registers as the demon.
So does the demon kill the fortune teller, or does the demon kill the named player? Okay, so it's not a thing where you can miss by saying the role and then it's not the right role.
No, so the way it could do is if that player was protected from being killed. That's how it would happen. So she chose to kill Laurie.
So there's if there's someone protected, then they're a monk in play, or she is actually the soldier.
She's not.
Or...
I don't think she is. I think she is the fortune teller, but I suspect that Laurie was just the player that registers as a demon but isn't actually a demon. But can you tell me what you are? I swear to you that I will not tell anyone else what you are.
3 seconds later. I'm the mayor.
The mayor. Okay. All right.
Which is not safe to be, public information.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go talk with someone else. Thank you for sharing. I'm not going to tell anyone.
That was a bit confusing. Did they not choose to kill somebody maybe then?
No, they might have tried to kill somebody who chose not to die.
Oh.
I think the mayor has that option. I can't quite see because
so
the character pop-up is right under your portrait.
It might have been me. So I'm the soldier, and I'm safe.
Yeah, you're just outright safe from the demon.
And maybe they went for me, but isn't there someone else, like the mayor or something?
No, he's something about when no execution and there's X players alive. I can't read all of it because your portrait's in the way, as I said.
Apologies,
I have no idea. Oh, no, if I mouse over it, you become semi-transparent. That works. Yeah, if only 3 players live and no execution occurs, your team wins. If you die at night, another player might die instead. So somebody would have still died if the mayor was targeted, if we have one.
Yeah. They don't have to kill someone, do they? That might be tactical.
The other option is somebody's the monk. Each night, choose a player. They are safe from the demon tonight. But yes, there are options in there. So one way or the other, we've got a soldier.
Maybe that's what Shane is.
A soldier, a monk, or something like that. I actually had Shane questioned as a monk, so there is a possibility.
Okay. Thank you, Philip.
Honestly, I nominated him because we've had bugger all info.
Yeah. No.
But I got some info out of the nominations. So.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. All right. I might Hello.
Hello. I've been meaning to try and chat to you to find out. Are you the poisoner? Or?
Yes, I am the poisoner. So
okay. Yeah.
Michael said that poisoning Aaron the previous turn worked out really well because then he got confused about other stuff. I'm saying I'm the soldier. And
okay.
What are you?
I'm the Baron.
You are the
so
Baron.
I'm the one who put the outsiders into the game. But I'm alluding to people, not without saying it outright, that I'm the monk. And I'm going to try and claim
because
people.
I just literally talked to Philip, suggesting that the reason why someone didn't die was either because A, I'm the soldier, which is what I'm pretending to be, or the monk saved somebody, which I said that potentially you could be the monk. And he agreed with me. Okay, cool. All right.
Excellent. Good.
All right.
Thanks.
Also, feel free to point the finger at me if things get a bit sticky.
Same for you. Yeah, like the Baron is actually the least useful class in the game in the baddies, so I'm really
Katie
take
this
the fall
time,
if
by the
it
way.
comes to it.
So Katie's
good
information this turn round will be weird.
Okay, cool.
So it might help us with the whole Discord. All right, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, gotcha.
Hello. Sorry, I meant to say I'm the poisoner. I'm doing soldier, and we're pretending that Shane is the monk.
Oh, great! Because obviously there's a monk in play because Katie didn't die.
Yes. Oh.
Yes, because obviously I'm trying to kill Katie.
All right, then I think Jace or Drew might be the monk. I'd say Jace might be the monk.
Okay, we can try him next. Cool.
So, because I just talked to Philip and alluded that I thought Shane might be the monk because he might have saved that you picked me and I'm pretending to be the soldier, but I'm safe from the demon.
Yeah, I've told Ben I'm the mayor now.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But he said he wouldn't tell anyone. I think it is someone that is like being clever and has figured out that Katie's a fortune teller, like someone who has familiarized himself with the game.
Yeah.
The monk must be. Shane's asking to talk to me as well.
That's right. You go.
So if I've got time, I'll go.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
You're very suspicious, my friend.
I get that. Actually, legitimately, I have fuck all information.
So you say that you're an outsider, but do you want to tell me which outsider you are? Okay, I won't.
No, I told the group before. I'm Butler, which means I'm dependent on my master to vote first.
I see. I've never seen the Butler in action. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It must mean that there's a bloody Baron.
There's another Butler. There's another. Well, there's not. Yeah, it means there's a Baron. It means there's another outsider as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you for sharing. So I am definitely the washerwoman. No kidding. I really am the washer. Well, I was the washerwoman. Laurie really is the Undertaker. I don't know about Philip. I'm just assuming he was the Slayer because I mean, this is only his second time playing. I don't think he would be clever enough to fake out a Slayer action. Katie told me she's the fortune teller, but I don't know if you know, but the fortune teller basically, when they get the role, Michael will choose one player, and they will, if she chooses one of these people to know whether they're good or bad, they will register as a demon, even though they're not.
Okay.
So I suspect.
So she chose.
I suspect that
her next
Laurie
turn
was chosen as the one, and that's why she wanted to execute him. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to jump out. I just wanted to share some information so you've got something. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Keep an eye on Drew. See who he claims to have butlered, to see if he actually has to vote at the same time as someone.
Rejected Ben because I'm suspicious of him.
Why would you not want to chat with me?
But he's dead. That's the point.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you some time to talk.
I'm very suspicious of Shane, guys. Still suspicious of him.
You shouldn't
he's
be.
Not,
I'm not suspicious of him.
Okay, the one thing I want to say, I am dead, so I can't nominate anyone. But I will say that Shane has thrown a lot of aspersions around, but not actually given any information himself.
Because I don't have it.
So you're saying his aspersions have been pretty wide?
So I just mean he's trying to move suspicion to certain people. That's what I'm trying to say. He's trying to get suspicion away.
I've been very clear with everyone about the reason that I'm suspicious about everyone I have been suspicious about. I haven't made anything up. I haven't tried to push anything beyond that. I've been very clear that, these are very flimsy reasons that I'm suspicious, but that is the reason I'm suspicious.
Okay. Let's let the people who were talking and not dead decide who they want to vote on.
All right, nominations are open.
I'm a bit lost because I wanted to talk to you, Katie, but please continue.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I would like to nominate Philip. Sorry, Philip. I have received information that he is possibly the demon. Obviously, I don't know for sure, just because of what my townsfolk ability is. But I'm just very suspicious of the three of them in cahoots together. I'm still suspicious of Ben.
What's the information you received, Judas?
I like the way you phrase that.
Just full line punch there.
The information has to do with my ability, which I don't want to share with everybody. I've told some people.
Yep.
But it is one that's likely to be targeted. So I don't want to say it out there. Say it out. You know what I mean? Say it to everybody.
All right, Philip. Are you done?
No, I'm done.
Philip?
Well, my defense is actually pretty simple. I am definitely the Slayer. And I suggest after the end of this, you look at whoever the other person on that information was, because you got the wrong one.
I already have.
Can I just add a little bit in here? If Katie kills Philip, if you guys kill Philip here, Katie's a minion or a demon.
I am not, Ben. I told you the honest truth when I had my discussion with you.
Well, you were very honest last game as well, and you ended up being the Scarlet
Woman.
I
was super honest last game.
All right, I'm about to start the vote.
Game, and I'd like to win this one, please.
4 votes
she was
to
a
put.
Very honest Scarlet Woman.
4 votes to put Philip on the block. First vote will be Sean. If you're dead, you only have 1 vote left for the rest of the game.
And you realise 3 people who vote here will be the people who are demons.
Oh,
Unless
yes.
someone wrote that already.
I like how Nelly put her hand up straight away, like, yep, it's me.
Yeah, demon.
We have 5 demons.
No, it's nothing cool. It's just like
3 demons, 2 suckers.
Well, we want to make sure at least one person is executed, right? For whatever reason it was that Michael told me that was good strategy.
That sounds like something that
a demon would say.
Yeah. We should definitely be killing townsfolk, guys.
All right. Phil is.
I told you I didn't understand why.
Phil is on the block. There are 5 votes for him. It is possible to beat it if someone else would like to nominate.
And dead people can't nominate, which is why Ben is not nominating Katie,
Correct.
I guess.
Which is why Ben is so quiet.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Looks
So
like
presumably-
no one.
No other information must have come to light. Is that correct? No one's got any information?
Yep.
I'll call the day in 10 seconds if there's no nominations.
Can I just ask, if Drew really is the outsider, it means there's another one. So who's the other outsider? So if the other outsider chooses not to reveal themselves, then I'm not going to believe Drew's an outsider anymore.
Well, the other outsider could be a drunk
be
and
me
not
as
know
the
that they're an outsider.
All right.
Oh, that's
Phil is executed and dies,
Sorry, Phil.
and the game continues.
Did we win?
Please don't vote for me.
Game.
So the game's not over, so it can't have been filmed.
Nope.
Is that right?
Right.
just said, was that Shane who
It's
just
still
said, did we
him
I
win?
believe Katie then.
Thank you very much.
Was that just Shane who said, did we win?
Because
Yeah, as in if we killed the demon. If Philip was the demon.
No.
Not if we have a Scarlet Woman.
No, because the demon's roll would go to a minion.
Okay.
Only the Scarlet Woman, not any other minion.
Okay.
Oh, this is getting really tense. I'm getting super worked up in here. I am very suspicious of these bottom 3, Shane, Drew, and Sean. But now I'm getting suspicious of Nelly because she's just like confirming Katie all the time. And Katie has now killed 2 people who I think were good. So frustrating.
Therefore, they're
Hello.
This is a pretty interesting game.
It is. Jay saved Katie, I heard. Okay. I would like to, because my ability won't work on the monk, I don't think. As much my ability.
Yeah, it will. It would mean that the person he thinks he is protecting would not actually be protected.
Okay. I think I still want to poison Katie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
So I choose Katie again because people, I think, maybe trust her ability, but I still just want to keep her getting terrible information. I could have picked Jace. I think maybe I will pick Jace next if he saves someone again this time. So we'll see.
Well, if you are out there, poisoner, I hate you. And if I'm drunk, I'm really sorry. I mean, no hard feelings, poisoner, but also...
Weren't you drunk last night?
Oh, so no hard feelings, poisoner, or drunk. Don't worry about the people you've killed. Right.
Nah.
Yeah, gee, really sorry for getting you killed, guys.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's
Sorry,
okay,
but
I
not
was
sorry.
drunk.
Yeah, it happens.
Sadly.
So if Drew is on the bad team, just throwing this out there.
Yep.
Would there be any incentive for him to claim he was an outsider as opposed to a townsfolk?
Yeah. To muddy all the suspicion. Makes people think that they could be drunk.
And he doesn't
have you played this game before, Drew?
No, I've watched the videos, like the how to play videos, but that's it.
Oh, there's how to play videos? Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're actually really good. They're quite succinct and
for the amount of times
for
the amount of times I've been sitting here watching YouTube, I might have actually learned something.
You still there, Jace, or are you busy killing people?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I wasn't before.
Oh, you're just doing a roll call to make sure people aren't off talking to the storyteller.
So it'd be funny if it turns out.
Who did you pick to die, Jace?
Who did I pick to die?
It'd be funny if it was him, and he's come in the very first chat he's in. He's like, "There's a demon in the monastery." It'd be funny if it turns out it actually is him, and he's just trolling us.
Trolling you or imping you? Oh.
Imping us, yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Who would you like to protect tonight?
Oh, this is getting interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just don't know. I'm gonna protect Katie again. I'm just curious to see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. Yep.
All right. Thank you.
And then I'm gonna find out at the end I'm protecting the imp, aren't I?
Thank you.
Thanks.
True.
What if Katie is the drunk? And
So
she's getting
Drew
people
could be
killed based upon her false information. And she's done it twice.
Is Drew ever voted?
Or, like I said in the beginning, there could be a poisoner targeting Katie and making her give out wrong information all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've raised a good point that Katie could be being poisoned by the poisoner, and I know Shane is the poisoner. And also she was protected by the monk, and the monk might continue to do that. So I'm going to try and target the monk and hit Drew, because he has been fairly quiet. And he's also, the kind of person who might have logicked about Katie being the fortune teller.
So you're targeting Drew?
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
I'll give it a go.
Whoops. Hello again.
Hello. Sorry, I forgot the video went down to the bottom. I'm like, where are you? I will pick Drew and myself.
You get a yes.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I feel like I had to give him a hand a little bit there now. She's had heaps of bad information. Possibly I shouldn't have done that, given that she's both the drunk and poisoned. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. The fact that Nelly was poisoning her as well. But yeah, I feel like they're really on the back foot now. They haven't hit one evil player. So just making a note for myself. Katie learns that Drew is also a yes, which should make her doubt whether or not her information is true now, and maybe they can come back from it. I think that makes for a more even game. I think they needed that. Oh, it doesn't matter. I know it does matter. Yep, even though he dies. Drew is dead, so I don't wake him up. That is all.
Station helper in WoW. You think I'm going to remember all the shit they tell me in this?
That's like when Nelly explains a raid fight.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, well, I watched the footy, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Michael was like, oh, if you're talking face to face, you don't take notes. And I was like, well, how do you remember anything?
I don't remember it. Well, that's just it. I don't remember anything.
You awake to find the corpse of Drew.
Ooh. I believe you, Drew.
I guess you're not nominating me.
I don't think anyone believed me.
Yes.
Yes,
you.
It's not. I swear to God, it's not me. But now I'm confused.
You are.
Because
I think that you must be the drunk. You need to stop nominating people.
I don't know. I'm sus on you still, though.
No, because it's just impossible. Because if you've killed, look, there's only 3 baddies, which means, and Laurie and Philip have both confirmed that I'm a good guy. So if I'm bad, they must be bad as well, which means the game would have already been over. So there's no way I'm bad. It's just not possible.
Well, Drew was my next pick.
Drew was the butler.
I said, is it?
He's an outsider.
I said, is it?
That's why I think you're drunk.
Yeah, okay, I'll shut up then.
Yeah. No, you don't shut up, but just so try to target. So did you find out what Aaron is? Oh, he said it out in the public. He said he's the Raven Keeper.
Yeah, he said Raven's Keeper.
What about Nelly?
So the only person Nelly said she's the soldier.
Okay, so she's been
the only
protecting
person
people.
I don't know is Sean.
Okay, I'm suspicious of Sean and Shane, definitely.
And Shane.
And Jace. So if you are you should totally say that you chose Sean and be like, yeah, I got a bad reading on Sean. That's what I reckon, and everyone will vote.
I'm still really sus on you though, Ben.
Well, it's up to you. So, I mean, I've actually told you that it's impossible for me. Because, like I said, if I was bad, that must mean that Laurie and Philip are as well, and the game would already be over, because there's only 3 baddies.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it means the demon is still... Did Jace tell you what he was?
No, I haven't even talked with him. I want to talk with him now, actually. So have a think about it. Obviously, do what you think is right.
Yeah, I will. I'll have a think.
All right. Damn it, the person I want to talk to is already busy.
Hello. Sorry, I was just going to quickly chat to Jace. What's up? Hello? I think you mute.
Sorry, I'm muted. Yes, I was. Just wondering if you have any information at all, because no one is giving out anything this round.
No, I don't have information, but I think I was saved that night when there was no dead ones because I'm the soldier, so I think they picked me to die, if that makes sense.
I have also been told that supposedly someone protected Katie that night as well.
Okay.
Now,
then maybe protecting Katie.
Because does anyone does other people know that you're the soldier?
Yes, a few others do, but I don't think I think I've told 2 others.
Broadcast.
Yeah, I haven't broadcast it.
I'm still of the opinion that we probably have a poisoner. So it's just...
The poisoner does what? So what they do is...
They just negate your ability.
Right. Each night.
As if you were the drunk.
Ah. So they get wrong information, or they just don't get information?
Yeah, wrong information, or like if you were the drunk, you could get wrong information, or get your ability doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Which is why when I died and I didn't activate, I assumed it was a poisoner. But then Drew said, no, we've got outsiders in the game. Which means at least one of the... Now that's dead is probably the true.
Oh,
unless he was the minion and killed himself.
Oh, that would make sense too. Okay.
So just
All right.
yeah,
I might check
lots of
with
suspicions.
Jason. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I will take that under advisement.
So the only information I've learned since we spoke last was Ben has said that Katie was a fortune teller.
Yep.
But given that she's killed 2 people and they haven't been the demon, I'm guessing if that's true, she's drunk or she's poisoned.
Okay. Well, that's bad news then, because I've been protecting her, thinking that she was genuine.
Are you the saint, or?
No, I'm not going to tell you who I am, but I'm not the saint. No.
Oh, right, okay.
But I thought she was a target after nominating someone earlier. So, but yeah, that's interesting.
So there's something to good for thought.
Yeah, it does.
Do you have any other information?
Well, no, my role does not receive information, and I'm kind of just trying to hold out until the end, and then suddenly tell everyone the opposite of what I've been saying all the game, and say, no, actually, we shouldn't execute anyone. For reasons that I will come up with on the spot.
Yep. Okay.
How about you? Have you got anything?
Basically only the public knowledge, I suppose, that people have shared, but whether they're telling the truth or not.
I think Katie might be the fortune teller, just because of the information she's been sharing.
So Katie did tell me she was a fortune teller.
Well, that's she's at least behaving in a logically. She's being consistent, but then so were last week there were other people being consistent that turned out to be on the good side. So
Yep.
And I think there's a monk in play as well.
Yep.
But yeah, like if we had a chef or a librarian or whatever, like what?
Yeah, her reactions were much the same. Like all of the we knew all of the evidence was astoundingly against her, but she still came across in the same way, trying to defend herself. Yeah.
All right. Well, I might let you try and make your case with the other guys.
Yep.
No.
Rightio. Catch it.
Bye.
I think we both requested each other. Oh no, are you there? We both requested each other at the same time.
Oh my goodness! I picked Ben, and then you came up, and so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll talk to Katie first, because yes, I really want to talk to you just really quickly. So I just talked to Aaron, and he thinks you were saved. I think Shane might.
I already know that I was saved the night before.
Ah, awesome.
The person who saved me told me.
Yeah. All right, because I thought it might have been me that was picked to die, but then I didn't die.
Well, Jace said that he chose to save me, so
is that the what's it?
I probably shouldn't have said that if he hasn't told you that, but here we are. So pretend I didn't tell you, because I can't trust you, Shane or Sean anymore.
Oh, did you?
Because I'm just killing people willy-nilly now.
So what info did you get then, being the whatchamacallit?
That Drew was a yes.
Okay.
And then he died, so he can't.
So we're one less minion then, maybe.
Unless he was the demon and he chose to give the demon impness to somebody else.
Ah. Okay.
But I don't know.
So we're getting in a bit of a pickle. I think we're. What, we reckon 2 minions? Well, the demon minion now. 2, you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sus on Sean.
Or we could still be drunk.
Yeah. I have a feeling I'm drunk.
Or Drew was drunk? Because didn't he say he was an outsider?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just really need to talk to Ben. Okay, so you're not too sure this time round. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
What just happened?
Just the 2 of us, yeah? Oh, no.
Sometimes telling to see who talks with who, too.
Yeah, so I think... Oh, Katie was just talking.
Sean is... Does anyone know what Sean's claiming to be?
No, she's been very quiet and...
Yeah, so I have suspicions on
Sean. One of the reasons she's on my suspicion list.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
but
Shane's still looking very demonic to me.
Shane and Jace are chatting real hard.
You've only got to look at him.
Yeah,
I'm now suspicious of Katie because
it's that real devil. The devil's gone down to Georgia. Look at it.
I think that the baddies are Shane, Sean, and Jace. That's who I think it is.
I'm thinking Katie because she has effectively killed 2 people now.
I think that Katie's drunk and that she's been getting false information.
That's another possibility. Yeah.
I still think
if she's drunk, then there's also a poisoner. Which means it's the Baron and the poisoner.
No, so I think the Baron is out. And
it is quite possible that you're poisoned because you knew a lot from the start. So that is a possibility.
I'm just watching their faces while they talk.
On that day, I think. I'm not sure each.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron died on the first night, but Laurie should have received that information the next day, and then if he wanted to generate good vibes, he would have told us. Aaron was the Raven Keeper.
Oh no, you learn it. You learn it that night. Each night, you learn which character died today.
Oh, so he didn't actually learn it because he was killed that night.
He was killed on the day that we found out Aaron died. That's why he couldn't.
Okay, so maybe Loz is less suspicious than I thought.
Yeah, so I think Loz was the Undertaker.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sorry, does not need more help?
No worries. Okay. Good luck.
See ya. Did I hear my name?
No. Should we? Should you have?
No.
Sounds like a bit of a guilt.
I would not refer to you as a sticky date, Sean. It's all right.
You, sir, have been very quiet.
I'm still learning. I'm observing, trying to get my head around how we deduce this.
Yep. So, do you want to tell me anything about? Do you want to tell me who you are? Or what are you?
Well, I mean, you as a dead person, are you allowed to share the information I give you?
Yeah, totally. But I haven't been. So Sean told me what she was, and Drew told me what he was. He's dead now, but yeah.
Yeah.
I won't share it. It's just for my personal use.
It's for your own. Yep.
Yep.
I am the monk.
Okay.
I spoke with Katie, and I believed her, and I protected her the last 2 nights.
Okay. All right. I'll see you back in the town square. Okay.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And draw suspicion towards Katie at this point.
Well, we need to kill Katie if she's the fortune teller. I assume you've been poisoning her.
Yeah, but no, I haven't. I'm not the poisoner, so I'm the Baron. Nellie's been poisoning her though, but yeah. So I'm going to try and nominate her.
People are already suspicious, so I think that should.
She has killed 2 people. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 dead, so that means there's only 5 left.
That's right. You can hover over the middle, and it tells you how many alive people there are. Yep.
Okay, so there's 5 alive. Yeah. So
3 of them.
I think Drew might have dropped off.
Okay.
It's just his.
Who's dropped off?
I'm here.
Oh, good.
I'm just eating. I didn't want you guys to have to watch.
No worries.
Wow,
All right.
Enjoying it.
I'm going to open it up for nominations. Open up for nominations.
I have all along. I have thought Katie was on the good side, but she has effectively led us astray. I think.
I know. I'm really sorry.
So do you think you're drunk, Katie?
I'm thinking either Katie's drunk or it's deliberate, and she's. I'm going to nominate Katie.
I think now that Nellie's stuck up for Katie, you can see, and they were real quick to nominate me. That both Katie and Nellie, I think, are in cahoots.
We don't know if Katie has actually killed minions or the demon, and then it's been passed to a minion at this point.
Bad people.
No, she's killed. I can tell you, she's killed good people. Just good people.
All right, Shane. Shane, you've put up your case right now, Shane. That's your argument. You got anything else?
My argument is that she's just led us astray too many times, and it seems very suspicious to me at this point.
Cool, Katie, your defence.
And Nellie keeps backing her up.
Well,
let Katie speak. Let Katie speak.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I would just like to say that I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm going off the information that I'm being given each night. And I'm just not sure anymore either, so that's fair.
Okay, the majority, only 3 votes required now, only 3 votes to put her on the block. Dead people, remember you've only got one vote for the rest of the game. First vote will be with Laurie.
Oh no, Philip and Laurie, I'm good. Don't vote for me.
Okay, about to start the vote.
What's this Philip and Laurie?
Oh, if only I could vote.
See, I didn't have to vote.
I think she might have just been drunk, guys.
So
that's
can
something
I
a demon
nominate
would say.
now? Please?
Sorry?
I gotta line up my eyes. Can I nominate now?
Yes, you can. You may.
Given the
I would like to nominate.
It's your teeth I'm
Yes,
worried
Katie?
about.
I like to nominate. I'd like to nominate Sean. I think there is potential that I am the drunk and being given misinformation each night, but I haven't had a chance to speak to Sean or Shane because they're always talking to not to each other, but always with somebody else. So I haven't had a chance to talk with them. So I'm very suspicious that you would be like, it's Katie. So you're the only two I also don't know what you are. So I'm just very suspicious, and I know supposedly what Nelly and Jace are.
You've got an awful lot of information you haven't tried to share with me.
You said before, I'm
you've been talking every time. I haven't been able to talk to you guys.
Like I've tried to talk to Ben every time.
Sometimes I've just been hanging out in the library.
All right, Sean, make your defense.
I've never.
I feel like having private chats with people is not necessarily a sign of evil. It just
That's
means
not
I'm
what I
trying
meant.
to
I just meant I
gather
haven't
information
had a
from people
chance to talk to you
trust.
guys. No.
Well, I've talked to Sean though.
Because I have a role that doesn't come into play really until late in the game, it hasn't been beneficial to share the role, and it's
You did
it's
share
not a
with
role that
me,
gets
I will
information.
say. I heard before when I went and interrogated her. I'm not going to share on her behalf, but yeah, she did tell me her role. I don't know if it's true. I assume it is. Yeah.
All right, 3 votes will tie it. If you get 3 votes, then neither Katie nor Sean will die tonight. 4 votes to execute. Dead players, if you haven't already voted, you've only got 1 vote for the rest of the game. First vote will be with Drew. Countdown. Yep. I was just making sure I didn't make a mistake.
That's really nerve-wracking.
Katie's still on the chopping block.
And again, Ben with the most evil laugh.
Yeah, sorry.
But
I'm actually a real nice guy.
Claiming to be a washerwoman.
3 votes is the count to beat.
No, I'm sus on Nelly. And Jess.
I'm going to make a nomination. I haven't made one yet tonight. And I'm going to nominate Shane.
I actually thought at the start. He's going to nominate Shane.
And I just feel like he's being a bit sus all night. He's seems to be throwing out a lot of accusations. I haven't actually had a chance to talk to you. I was going to talk to you last time, but
look how fast Katie voted.
I was busy.
Sean, I'm on the chopping block.
But yeah, that's my reason.
That's fair. I can't really dispute that. I will, in my defence, and it's not a good defence, I will say that it was Ben and Drew that sort of caused me to nominate Katie. They both. So when I spoke to Ben, he reckoned that Katie was dodgy, and when I spoke to Drew, he thought that Katie was dodgy. And
I haven't even spoken to Drew yet, so rude.
Led
Drew.
me to. Well, I don't know why, but yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just in my defence. I'm sure they can verify that we had those conversations and that they did in fact say that. That's all I can offer in my defence. I am a townsperson. I do good. I have prevented bad from happening. That's all I can say.
3 votes to tie, 4 to execute. Vote starts with, well, not Ben and not Aaron because they voted with Katie. That is a tie. So neither Katie nor Shane will die tonight.
Can I say something?
Sorry.
I was having a discussion with Katie. So the fact that a bunch of you still don't trust me for some reason, I just want to point out that if I was a minion, I'm obviously not the demon because the game would be over. That means that Laurie and Philip must be minions or demons as well. That's 3 of us, which means the game would be over. So there is no way the 3 of us are minions or demons.
I don't understand.
The game would be over.
The triangulation of what?
You only need 3.
Because they were the first 3 killed.
Yeah. There's only 2 minions and a demon in the game. So
assuming everyone got everything right on the first 3 nights.
What he's saying is he's innocent by association.
Yes.
But even if you were the demon, Ben, because, well, if there was a Scarlet Woman, that could have jumped to somebody else as well.
But they would have had to have been a minion.
Second call for nominations.
But Katie, by your estimations, then there can't be a Scarlet Woman. If what you're saying is correct, there can't.
I don't think there's a Scarlet Woman.
Final call for nominations. Currently, no one on the block.
I am learning who can't tell the truth anymore, though.
Calling the day in 10.
You want to slip me a note, Corey?
All right. The day ends with no one executed.
I think Phil made a mistake there, but anyway.
Or did he? Now I'm suspicious of Phil.
I think
I am very confused. Right now I'm convinced that the minions and demons are Katie, Nelly, and Jace. Even though Jace told me he's a monk, I think he's lying. And I think, because I saw in the last day, Katie and Nelly had a chat after I was talking with Katie, and they were probably laughing about the fact that I think that Katie is drunk. So I'm pretty sure that Katie dodged a bullet there. Let's get back to it.
Cool.
Hello.
Oh, they really should have got someone then.
I know.
They're in trouble, big trouble.
Yep. Can I mess with Jace, please?
Yes.
Because I think I've messed up Katie's brain enough. So why not trust his ability?
She's scrambled.
Yeah. So I'm hoping. So by doing this, it will glitch his ability this time round, I think.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So I did that in the hopes that Jace's monk ability does not save Katie again. I don't know. We'll see.
Hello?
Hello.
How you feeling?
I don't know. I'm confused. Very confused. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's true anymore.
Who would you like to protect?
I can't protect myself, can I?
No, you can't. It's got that bad, has it?
No, I don't know. We're running out of people, so I don't know. I'm sus on too many people. How many's left? 4?
There's 5 alive, I think.
4, 5. 1, 2, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, yeah, I'm not counting myself. I don't know.
Make a decision.
I don't know. It's hard. Sean.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
No worries.
Whoops. That might be the sealer.
Isn't this fun, everyone? It's just so fun, right?
I'm not friends with you right now, Ben. I'd stop talking, please.
I'm more confused now than ever at this point, but...
Yeah, so Katie's killed two of the two people who confirmed that I'm good.
Okay. Monk Imp. Well.
I think Nelly is taking care of Katie's information by poisoning her every night. So I'm going to take out Jace. I've got no idea what he is, but yeah.
All right.
We only need one more,
right? You have 3 evil players alive, and there are 2 good players alive. Yes, so this will effectively end it.
If I can kill Jace tonight.
Yes.
Yep. Well, fingers crossed. Demon murder.
All right.
Pen, just
Thank you. I need to make sure that what I've said is correct. 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yep. That is correct.
Hasn't anybody been talking to you?
No. Every time I go to see... 2 people have told me things. But every time I go to talk to anyone else, they're like, I don't have any information. I don't do anything.
Yeah, I hate it when people say that to me. It's like, you're a liar. I know it's you.
See whose official roles are at the end, because I got a horrible feeling that we had 1 information gatherer. Well, technically 2, but Loz died.
That's my fault for being too honest.
Oh, Loz.
Just like last time, you didn't tell us anything.
Yeah, so last time I said nothing, got killed. This week I told everybody everything, got killed.
You got to admit it is a double-edged sword for information gathering. And we don't know what he is. Get him killed so I can check.
Katie.
I don't know, Michael. I think I'm drunk.
Well, it is a Saturday night. Who would you like to pick?
Let's go Ben and Sean.
You get a yes.
I get a yes every freaking time, Michael, and it's not helpful. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. Let's get my reveal Grimoire G. All right.
Him, but I trust him.
All right. You awake in the morning to find the corpse of Jace.
Oh.
That's shocking. I didn't.
I've also gained a cat.
It was Missy.
I've told you for the last 3 nights who it was, and you still won't believe me.
Oh, what just happened? We went tonight?
Yep.
The game is over.
I told you.
There are 4 players alive, and 3 of them are evil. Not one was able to.
Was I drunk?
All right.
Didn't work.
Yeah, we can start with Katie. Katie
I'm
was.
so sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I hate to take that 2 turns now.
I told her she was drunk.
So
I said, stop nominating people, Katie.
Nelly, Shane, and Sean.
Yeah, that's
So
correct.
the 3 times I poisoned Katie,
so in day 1,
That's
I
right.
picked out Shane.
And I've got to assume Shane was the imp.
Nelly was the poisoner, and on 3 of the 5 nights, I think it was, she poisoned Katie, but it made no difference whatsoever because Katie was already drunk.
I was already drunk.
In hindsight, that's hilarious.
But the night I poisoned you, Aaron, was the night you would have gotten information.
Yeah, so we can do that one. So Aaron was the Raven Keeper, as he had claimed. I can't remember
I quickly
who...
deducted that he was poisoned.
Yes, I had to whisper him to say I have not made a mistake because I was thinking he might be thinking, did he? I was pretty careful before I did it though. I forget who Katie got on. Do you remember on day 1 who you got, Katie? Oh, it was Shane and Nelly, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, she said
it was Shane and Nelly because I was suspicious of them, and I got a no.
So I actually correctly gave you a no. Then I gave you true information on night one.
The demon.
But after that, she got that Loz and Phil, and I gave her a yes. And then Laurie was executed.
And that day I was shitting myself. I was like, oh no, she knows it's either Loz or me. Uh-oh.
So after Laurie was executed, she thought Phil must be it. Which meant that on day
Phil and me, and I got a yes.
Which meant that on day 3,
knowing that Loz was the underkeeper, after he told everyone, I was like, "Sweet, we need to kill Loz."
Yes.
And then you killed him, Katie. Perfect.
I think it was on the
welcome.
On the second night, Sean already wanted to kill Laurie because Laurie, I think, had already told Sean that he was the Undertaker.
But I knew I couldn't tell him day one.
She thought
kill him the first night because that would be too suspicious if he'd only told me.
So she waited, but then on the following day, Laurie was executed anyway. So then Sean got to kill off someone else.
That's when I tried to kill Katie, isn't it? Oh no, that's when I randomly picked Aaron.
Ah, yes, that's when you got Aaron. There was one time that
Jace saved Katie.
Yeah, so Jace was.
Thank you, Jace.
The monk, who several times.
Trying.
And you did save Katie one night. Can you tell us who you chose to protect on the last night, Jace?
No. The demon.
Oh my god.
Well, he was running out of options. Let's be honest.
I was running out. I was sus on Nelly. I was real sus on Nelly.
Yeah.
But I'm not protecting her.
Ben was the washerwoman who had correct information. He wasn't drunk the whole time. He had Nelly and Laurie as the Undertaker, and Nelly did her level best to
dissuade him from me
confuse
being
that information.
Yeah.
And well, that you just can. When you said no, I'm not the Undertaker, I'm like, oh well, it must be Laurie then.
Yeah.
And Laurie said, yeah.
So
but you could have still been drunk or whatever. Yeah. So at that point, I didn't know what the bluffs were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you find out the bluffs, by the way?
Yes.
I missed that. Oh, okay.
I talked to Sean. Oh no, I talked to you straight away, didn't I, Sean?
Second night you talked to me.
Yeah.
About the bluffs.
And I haven't got the.
Sean was claiming to be the mayor.
So, oh yeah,
Yes.
she was.
So
yeah,
the bluffs were Mayor, Soldier, and what was the other one? Empath.
Empath.
So I wasn't sure to believe Drew until he told me that he was a butler, and then I noticed that every time Shane voted, he voted as well.
I don't think he followed Shane
No,
at all, though.
I did not.
Who did you?
He did Jace at one point. He did Katie at one point. He did.
Oh, okay.
He did Nelly at one point that I thought was going to backfire. And Shane was the Baron, who brought two more outsiders into play. One was the drunk, who was Katie, and the other one was the butler, that was Drew.
Nice.
Well, you can't say we were trying to kill Shane and Sean. We tried a few times.
Yeah, I wanted to kill Sean day one.
I should remember saying I was suspicious of
The
it.
first conversation we had, I wanted to kill Sean.
Oh, you should have said. I totally would have backed you up.
And then I did slip up when the Slayer used their ability, and I was like, oh, phew, it's once per game.
Yeah, I don't think Phil realised it was once per game either when he did it.
Day one, who nominated Sean? Was it you, Shane, or was it?
Oh, I
No, I didn't. No, I didn't nominate Sean.
I think it was Ben.
Ben did. It was the second nomination of the game and received 0 votes.
Yeah, none.
Yeah.
And I was like just trying to get info out. I should have known that because I chatted with her a few times, and she was like, "Oh, I don't really have any information." I'm like, "When are you? It's like, how many rounds do we have to have before you can do anything?"
Actually, I'll put this in the.
I'm sure she has information now.
I'll put it in the Discord. Actually, the vote history, because I get to see it.
I guess I had information about who the minions were and who the demon was, but whoops, forgot to tell you that.
But great game. Great game.
Yeah.
So, do the minions and the demon, like, do you guys know who each other is or not?
They know who they are, but they don't know the minions' roles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So, and I got told 3 roles that were not in play. So those are the bluffs that are safe for someone to pretend they are because no one else actually is those roles.
Oh,
so we had to find a time to talk to Sean to find out what they were, so that we could, so I could pretend to be the soldier, basically.
I wasn't smart enough to work that out, so I didn't try and schedule time with Sean.
I thought it would be
because I didn't want to get caught being
both of
talking
you,
to
but luckily
Sean.
Nelly told you eventually.
But did obviously, Shane, you could have said to Shane or you could have said to Nelly, "What's your role?"
I forgot to write down what I was the first time too.
See, that's the same thing happened last week. Last week when I was here, I knew Katie was in cahoots with me, but I had no idea she was the Scarlet Woman, and so.
Yep, my bad.
Yeah, but I didn't know better to ask, and
I
so
forgot
therefore
to tell
I didn't. Yeah, so therefore I had no idea that what the repercussions of that would have been, but. You learn each week, I suppose. Yeah, from now on, I tell you,
don't want to be talking to your minions for too long because that's suspicious, apparently.
You get nothing from me in future.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why I didn't reach
How
out
right
to you,
I
Sean.
was.
Although, in hindsight, it would have been very helpful if I did reach out to you because you could have told me a role that I could have had. But in the end, I just pretended to be. I didn't say it outright. I was very, very vague, but I was effectively pretending to be the monk.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think Ben
which I knew you weren't because I was the monk.
It's like, hang on a second.
Well, that's why I didn't say that right. But yeah.
Why
I'll
didn't
know
you say
next time.
anything, Jace?
I did when I. Oh yeah.
No, that's cool. You did well. You told me that you were the monk towards the end. Yeah. I was like,
anyway, Katie, you can enjoy your life in.
But then that would have immediately thrown suspicion on Jay. We could have actually murdered him.
Bluff.
Well, I had both of them tagged as potentially evil because I didn't know which one was the true monk.
Poor Katie and Laurie are 0 and 2 now.
Yep. And I've been killed basically either the first night or the first day twice now.
I just had a quick question. On the left-hand side where the voice and text chat is, I've got a fabled tab.
Yeah,
Gardener.
I put that in. If you hover over it, it basically means that I can move characters around if I want to. Because I can either choose which ones are in play and just shuffle them out. But I actually decided, and I won't continue to do this, but I decided that I didn't want Laurie and Katie to be evil this game, just so they could get the other side. And I also decided I didn't want any of the new players to be evil. Normally you wouldn't do that because then people start thinking, oh well, they can't be twice in a row. But for this game, I thought I'm gonna manipulate it so that the evil players are all people who played last week. And who were good.
I think that's fair because it was very stressful playing it for the first time and being an evil character.
No, it was stressful playing it for the second time and being an evil character.
Like so many times, I'm having to sit there with my hand across my face just so I could I couldn't stop myself from smiling.
I saw you chatting with Katie so many times and you were just laughing, and I'm like, that seems suspicious.
Let's vote for Katie.
And Nelly, I actually stuffed up on the first night, Ben, because Nelly wanted to poison you, and then I accidentally went to you and gave you correct information.
Okay.
Not realizing. Yeah, so I went back to Nelly and said, sorry, can you pick someone else? Because no one else had got their information yet. So I think that was the only thing I stuffed up, but it worked out.
I'm going to stop the recording. Good game, guys.
Thanks, all. Appreciate it. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah. Thanks for organising.
Until next week.
Have fun.
Thanks, Loz.
See ya.
Bye.
I've forgotten how to